Yep, I see the problem.
Okay.
That hopefully fixed it.
Okay, can you hear us now? Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us now?
Good. Okay.
There we go.
So, all right. So, hello, I'm Chris Solo. Welcome to the Fable 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and chaos. You're watching the Realms of Ukodor. You catch us live every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific here at twitch.tv/Fabled42. And before we get to tonight's show, we're going to dive into our announcements. Everything that you see that is 3D printed is brought to you by Griffin Co. Go ahead and click that link down below. We are Vorpal powered. Our video and audio displays, player indicators, digital dice, zoom features on the battle map are all brought to you by Vorpal Board. We have a lot of really cool new sponsors as well. Go ahead and check our Twitch panel down below for all of our amazing sponsors. We Excel has jumped on board to help sponsor our shows, which we totally appreciate. So go ahead and check those guys out. And new to the docket of sponsors, Let It Roll T-shirt company has some really awesome shirts. I have a bunch of packages right behind me that I am not slacking on, but I'm going to send out to all of our players so they can get the amazing shirts as well. Go ahead and let me throw it in there. Let it roll. Did that work? Cool, it works. So you can use the promo code FABLED42, all caps, to get 25% off on any t-shirt orders you want to order yourself. Next week, we'll be doing a giveaway at our mid-show break with one of these shirts. It'll be the graffiti shirt, which I have somewhere in here. Similar design, but with graffiti writing. It looks really cool. But for today's giveaway, during the middle of the mid-show giveaway, rather, is going to be a D&D Beyond Rime of the Frost Maiden code. So you'll be able to get that book code here at the break. But we have currently a video game giveaway. Go ahead and enter raffle, and I will pick a winner during our trailer to enter in that giveaway. Also, check out our Patreon. So this is the last few days to register for UkodorCon 2020. We have several slots open for some of the community games. So you have to check our Discord for that, but check out the Patreon. We have a lot of really cool goals coming up. I know we're really close to the $125 goal.
We're $20
on Patreon.
away.
$20 away.
Four
That's
subscribers
it.
away.
4 subscribers. So what we'll do during that, I'll do a private Q&A with all of our Patreon subscribers in our Discord. And looks like we might launch the very first Realms of Ukodor episode, Session 0, with Nafako and Eclipse and how they meet. The second goal that we have is at $250, which Lorenzo, our amazing character artist who designed all these cool character artworks, we will commission him to make a character design of your choice, and we'll run that raffle through our Patreon. So all of our Patreon subscribers will be automatically entered in that raffle. And we will possibly also launch the episode 2, where Kiwin and Carrick meet organically in this world. So lots of very exciting things. There is a piece of content already out there, which is my Tarve race. We have some other pieces of content that are coming out that's really exciting as well. I think that's it.
Do we have a raffle that we need to resolve right now?
I'm giving everybody just another minute or so to enter in that raffle. I will pick it before the trailer is done. So go ahead and enter raffle in the chat to enter that between show giveaway. But without further ado, let's get ready for the first episode of Rime of the Frost Maiden with the Realms of Ukodor.
Muster your courage, it must not abate. Allies are more than well, evil retreats. With fate in your hand, now the story's complete. Ukodor, we're full of mystery to explore. Monsters and danger around every turn. Soon enough you will learn. The choice is yours. monsters and danger around every turn, and soon enough you will learn. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Magic and wonder around every turn, and soon enough you will learn. The choice is yours.
And welcome back. Congratulations, Mizik. You won yourself an awesome video game. Go ahead and click that link that Chills dropped in the chat for, and then shoot me a message in Discord like you've done before, and I'll get you that video game ASAP. Few things, point of order. We are giving away a D&D Beyond code for Rime of the Frost Maiden because this is our first official game of the Rime of the Frost Maiden, which I'm very excited about. I'm not nervous. You're nervous. But we will be giving that away during the mid-show break. Also, I am doing a Rime of the Frost Maiden Whiz Kids Q&A Rime of the Frost Maiden unboxing at 7 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday. I have a bunch of those booster packs on their way. I'll be pulling all those cool minis out, and I will be giving away a lot of the doubles because I'll be get a bunch of doubles. There'll be a lot of mini giveaways during that sporadic stream. And I will answer any questions about Realms or Rime of the Frost Maiden or anything like that, spoiler free. So put that on your calendar. So I hear the stream in someone's audio. So last we left, the party had ventured into a troll cave. Upon entering the space, they were very cautious. Eclipse and Nafako looking for invisible creatures. Kiwin looking for loot. Simultaneously, as they found the sleeping large father troll on the ground, Kiwin pulled out a shiny chest and kind of caused a little avalanche, and action ensued. Nafako and Eclipse quickly threw a net over the large creature. Two other large trolls jumped out, one smaller than the other. The fight ensued. Kiwin was able to torch the other large creature that had jumped over the one that was netted. Eclipse jumping on the back of the small one and stabbing it until it stopped moving. As that creature was falling to the ground, bloodied and dying, reaching out for the other one, yelled out in giant, "Mama." And we pick up from there as the party processing what just happened. Nafako had put the large one to sleep. Kiwin heard this, immediately freaked out, and ran to heal the small creature, bringing it back to life within an inch of health, breathing but unconscious on the ground. Nafako confused, Eclipse, Kairiel, Carrick, all confused. Honkers instinctually ripped out the eyeball of the netted one on the ground, bringing it awake.
Before I knew.
It is before. But bringing him awake, jolting awake from the sleep spell, looking around frantically of what's going on. Nafako ran to the other creature that was burned to a crisp, and bringing it back to life. It instinctually jumped up, looked around, saw its young one on the ground, picked it up, cast a healing spell on it, which was very alarming at first. The large creature on the ground continued to struggle for a moment and then have a conversation in Orc, the common tongue of the local land, explaining to the party that he was a Raikou, a sophisticated trollkin that has traveled south for better opportunities for his family. But in the further discussion with this, they let him go, and he began to continue to explain that it was all a misunderstanding. He was out hunting and saw a group of white figures in white cloaks attacking some of the local younger kin, I guess. And as they were attacking that creature, he jumped into action, killing all but two of the white cloaks, but not in enough time to save the two villagers that were being attacked. Buried those two villagers, took the remains of all the slain white cloaks up to the cave, and looted the bodies and everything else. The two that got away he explained went east. He wasn't sure where, but he just knows that they went east. Packing up their things, the party began to further investigate the room, bidding farewell to the RoU as they gave them fair warning about dangers that lie ahead, and took his family and headed back north towards Ukodor, where he was going to kind of reassess their situation. After kind of looting the remains of the bodies, taking some emblems of the White Cloaks, some coin, a letter, and some other things talking about the mountain range on the far east side, they traveled back down the hill, Kiwin killing a deer and throwing it on her shoulders for her new friend, Nak. They went back down to the Silver Lake Monastery, informed Nyla of what was going on. Nyla instinctually yelled out to Lyland, and he alerted the town, cast the bell, and within minutes the town was ready to move and travel south to Nightcrest. Simultaneously, Kiwin and Carrick went to give the gift to Nak, whom then struggled with the deer, but then still tried to be as smooth as he could be. Reconvening with the party and saying their goodbyes to the townsfolk, quickly heading south to Nightcrest for safety. The party took a short rest in the tavern. People had different feelings about consuming the food and drink in the tavern, but they did it nonetheless. Traveling east, found a ruined village that was ransacked most recently, by whom they can only assume it was the White Cloaks. Traveling a little bit further away from the chaos and death, they did find another campsite. This one belonged to Tutan, a uncle to the friend Samanji of Kairiel, but did not see him anywhere to be found, and everything seemed to be in order. Took their long rest there at the camp. Coming awake the next morning, they see the footprints in the dirt in the ground, began to walk outside of the camp, and then run full sprint towards the mountainside. The group grabbed their things and followed those footsteps, carefully getting to the mouth of the mountain. There they planned very tactfully to wait outside as Tyvar and Eclipse stealth into the cave to get a better lay of the land. And as Eclipse and Tyvar noticed this giant portal on the wall, Kiwin and Kairiel failed their saves, and both saw their loved ones looking scared and frightened running into the cave. Following suit, they sprinted after their loved ones. Carrick and Nafako, not quick off the draw, confused in why they rushed towards the cave, followed suit. But before the party even knew what was going on, Kiwin and Kairiel jumped through the portal after those loved ones. Nafako and Eclipse, seeing a Tabaxi female, also jumped into the portal themselves, Tyvar following suit. Carrick, begrudgingly under his breath, tied himself off to a rock inside of this cave and on himself, and then jumped through the portal, only to have a good chunk of his rope broken and left behind. On the other side, they were immediately hit with a frigid cold of the north. Snow and ice filled this cave, looking around for their loved ones with no avail. Realizing that they were no longer in Hylac, seeing a light off in the distance, they began to descend down the hill, down the mountain, to find some sort of life. Along the way, they bumped into two, what they found out later were two very large white crag cats. Very large panther-like creatures that had decimated a very large and aggressive yeti, leaving not much behind, but the chaos that they ensued. The two creatures left. The party continued down the path past that scene. Kiwin, however, noticed something kind of sniveling behind a tree. Carefully approaching, she found a very small 3-foot Yeti tyke, whom she spoke giant to, and he returned with that he would wish to go with her. And upon her agreeing to him going with her, a black diamond appeared on his forehead, very similar to the one that Tyvar has, linking the two creatures as companions. The party continued down the mountainside, coming up to a road. And then Carrick noticed the sign covered in snow. He shook the sign and wiped it off to reveal the city of Travak, 5 miles that way, towards the light that they saw beaming off of the snowy landscape of this area. It is late afternoon on the 22nd of Okuma. What would you all like to do?
Well, I sure as hell don't know this place.
I don't either. This doesn't look like the mountains where I've been.
We should probably find shelter somewhere. It is quite cold out.
Quite cold and quite dark.
Yeah, let's go.
I agree. Let's get to the town as quickly as we can.
Yeah, the light.
The light?
Yes, it's only about a few miles down the road.
Okay. I will summon Honkers back into her little egg to keep her warm, and then put her in my bag. She doesn't.
Kiwin, the few hours it took you to continue down this path, you feel a different connection with your little Yeti tyke, and you hear a voice in your head. I don't know if I should go in that city yet.
Do I know that it's coming from the Yeti, or am I just hearing people now?
That's a great question. Do an intelligence check for me.
Okay.
I mean, you did see the companion mark, but I don't know how much I've talked about Tyvar, how much you've been around for those conversations where Tyvar's in my head.
Just straight intelligence? That's a 6.
A 6. You're at first you're startled and you're looking around, and he kind of tugs on your jacket, and then you see him looking at you and smiling with his big old blue eyes. And then he says it out loud. He's like, the people here don't really like Yetis. So when we get close, I will go invisible, but I will be close to you. Okay?
Is he speaking in giant or common or?
He's speaking in orc now.
Orc. He's speaking in orc. Oh,
Yes.
okay, nice.
Oh, you can speak our language?
Y'all. What? Okay. Well, what?
Oh, look, he
Is there a
waves.
reason you're pointing at your friend here?
Well, didn't you just hear him speak? He was
Hear him
speaking
speak?
in orc.
Yeah, you did hear this creature speak in orc.
Oh, I did.
Everybody did. Yeah, he
Oh.
spoke out loud then.
I assumed that was only her.
That was at
At
first,
first.
but then when she looked scared, he started talking in common, orc common. Luck and inspo to Carrick, by the way.
All right. Well, I didn't know you could speak other things besides giant. Do you have a name before you just said little one?
Well, I am still growing. I am a companion, much like him over there. I don't know much about my old life, but the longer that we stay connected, I will learn. I will learn those things and be more connected to you.
Oh, okay. That sounds nice. Well, I guess I'll think of a name for you if you want, or I can just call you Little One. It's up to you.
I mean, a name sounds good. That makes
give
me a
me
little
a-
bit more real.
I mean, you're definitely real. Give me a little bit, and I'll get you a name. By the time we get to the town, we'll have a name for you. I mean, you'll be invisible, so no one will see you, but, you'll have a name.
Thank you.
So sweet.
Luck and inspo to Kiwin,
Thank you.
Kiwin, and Kiwin.
What?
So that's four luck and inspo to you, Kiwin.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks,
God.
y'all.
Apparently, you're gonna need it all to take care of this little
and,
one here.
Everyone
Yes,
likes
another
Berserkers.
luck and inspo to Kiwin as well.
Goodness.
Nice.
Wow.
Amazing.
She's a new mom. She needs it.
That is a true story.
Oh man. Incredible.
So
So,
All right.
Do we have a
Alden?
plan?
Holding my Yeti's hand. What's happening?
luck and inspo to Nafako as well.
oh, thank you.
Everyone's trying to
Oh.
protect your creatures from my baby face curse. So
No.
plan. I mean, the
No,
baby
no.
face curses. Disconnections.
sorry, what happened?
Protect the babies.
There's no curse. I don't believe in curses. So what do you guys want to do?
Guess we're walking towards
Yeah.
the lights.
I have no cold protection. I'm a
Yeah,
chilly
I am
paladin.
I mean, I know that we have the cube and it's working right now that we're not moving forward, but I would like to get some winter gear.
So I did tweak the cube a little bit, so it's slightly different. It is always 32 degrees if Carrick has it active. You can keep moving, so it just really keeps you from freezing to death. Because like
So
the temperature right now is probably -10, so it's cold.
I'm used to the swamp, both in game and out of game, and I would like to get some warm clothing.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could still die from being at 30
Just the
degrees.
swamp's like
Yeah.
balmy and warm.
Yeah, exactly. There's
Eclipse,
wind chill. There's a lot of things other than just. Yeah.
Eclipse looks like he might be starting to shiver. He's definitely not used to this sort of temperature.
None of us are.
I'm glad we can all talk about how fucking cold we are. Let's go.
It's nice
Oh,
fantasizing about how cold you are.
Do something about it.
Yeah, when it's actually super hot. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
well,
gotta
I'm
get
freezing.
Carrick
Let's
some
go.
food.
Yeah.
We gotta get Carrick some food and some ale. He is happiest when he has a
He needs a
tankard of
stinger.
It is
ale.
hangry
That does
right
sound
now.
important.
This
Yes.
one can go for a drink themselves. Let's go.
Yeah.
My
guys-
lady is talking
So-
sense.
It would be nice if they could tell us where we are. So
Yeah, so we're gonna hide this little guy, and then we're gonna go into the town after all.
What, he's gonna go invisible?
Unless anyone else here has a better plan.
we can't stay out here.
Tyvar does start to speak, realizing that they both have the same voice, so I need to change that. Tyvar will speak up and be like, we are in the north part of the Frigid Expanse. Almost as north as you can get in Ukodor. I do not know how we got here.
This Frigid Expanse? Never
Is
heard
it
of
always
it.
dark like this? It's
We're on the
very-
other side of the world.
We can discuss at a warmer place. Can we go?
I'm already walking ahead. I don't.
Okay. Do a survival check, everybody.
I'm gonna use a luck. That wasn't that
16.
good. I'll use an inspo too.
6.
12.
I'm gonna rely on people with actual survival skills.
9.
15.
We'll see if that works out for me.
Okay. You follow the trail easy enough. It is really snowy, and the closer you get to the city, the lower the light gets because you're getting more level with the city. But you do stay on what seems to be the road. There isn't really a road. There's just people have possibly traveled through here. So the snow is packed a little bit, but there's so much snow coming down. It's really hard to get any sort of visual. And this is just regular snow. This isn't even like a blizzard snow, which will be fun.
Is there,
Luck and inspo to Kairiel, Eclipse, and Nafako.
Thank you.
is there a road? Was there a road leading from that portal to the town, or are we just like walking? There's no trail. Or
No,
anything?
you scaled down the mountain and you got to kind of a road where the snow
Okay.
isn't like knee high. This is like shin
This
high
wasn't
now.
okay. So this
Yeah.
wasn't like a common. Okay, cool. Traveled. Area.
Even if it was, anybody who's from anywhere that snows, like you shovel that shit
Yeah,
and it's already like there. Yeah.
Gone. Yeah.
So you do travel for about an hour or so, and you do eventually get to the gates of this town. And this town, from your point of angle, it is It's round. It's got a roundish look to it, and all of the walls and gates are made of this really deep black metal. I don't know if anyone, Carrick, you would probably pick up on this, and maybe Eclipse, that this it's made out of obsidian. I'm not sure if your characters would know about what obsidian is or not. We didn't really venture down that angle with a lot of the backstories, but very, very tall, 200-foot obsidian walls with a huge obsidian gate that is currently open. Like the gate itself is probably 50 feet high, and then there is like a smaller gate that is currently open, and there are 2 guards standing out there. Look to be in a race that most of you haven't seen. Eclipse and Carrick, they do look human. Kairiel, they do look as a similar race as the White Cloaks, but they're in different clothes.
Great.
I don't. Do they see us? Are we close?
You're close enough for them to see you, yes.
We are definitely not in Hyrak anymore.
Is the Yeti, did he go invisible already?
Yes, he did. And you do feel like a tug on your thing.
Okay, good.
Does anybody know how to speak to humans?
I really don't want to. I don't feel comfortable going over there.
What's our option? I mean,
What if they try to kill us?
No, they're not going to try and kill us. We're just people coming into the town.
I don't know.
You guys do hear
remember we're
a voice
outsiders.
shout out, Eclipse, Kairiel, and Carrick. You do not understand what they are saying. Kiwin and Nafako, however, you do hear them say, "Hey, excuse me. Either you're going to come in and we're going to close the door, or you're going to stay out there and freeze to death."
What
We
language
we
would
understand this?
No, you don't. Nafako and Kiwin do, though.
Okay, all right. Well, come on, guys. We gotta get in. They want to close the door, so we need to go. Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess that's another language I.
What?
No.
What?
Oh,
like,
you all speak Orc. Okay. And then he changes his dialect and he starts to speak Orc, so you all do hear him. Come on now. You shouldn't be out there in the snow too long. We got a blizzard coming soon. You need to get in the safety of the city.
What's
What in
a
the world?
blizzard?
Blizzard.
I'll pull up my hood and I'm gonna try to keep a low
Well,
profile.
I do think we should go in. That sounds
Yeah,
like
let's
a
go.
good
Yeah.
plan.
I don't really have much of a choice.
Eclipse actually follows suit with Kairiel and does the same.
Okay.
Uh,
Come on now. You kept your death out here. Hurry up. Hurry up.
what's
Are
your,
we
what's
getting
your
like
name?
weird looks? I mean, he seems to be so so calm.
They see a Fearbolg, a Tabaxi, Dragonborn. They see you, Napako.
And they're not being weird about
No
it.
reaction by your races. No. Come on,
Well,
come on.
It was nice meeting you.
All right.
And-
I go.
My name's Trevor. And your name?
Oh, Kiwin. My name's Kiwin.
Nice to meet you, Kiwin.
Very
Watch your
cold
step.
here. Very cold. Very cold.
It's a little warmer in the city limits.
Oh, okay.
Trevor,
Go.
do you know? Is there a place we can stay for the night?
Sure. Go to the Frosty Tankard. I guess you've never been here before. Just straight down the main road near the city square. You go in there. They have rooms. We should have rooms left. Yeah, no problem. And as you enter this space, the city is bustling. I don't know if any of you have ever been in a city this big. Ute actually might be the biggest city that you all have been in, and that's Kairiel. Ukodor is big. Was that?
And it's burned to the ground.
Ute's not yet. Anyway, that was the last city that you went. Yeah,
That's right. It was.
that was with the feisty dragonborn lady.
Yeah.
So as you get into the city, the wind immediately dies down. It is no longer super windy. It's still snowing, but it's a lot more gentle. And the snow is still present. But you can actually see the cobblestone streets. There's a light flurry over it, but there's something. Instantly, you know that there's something magical within the town limits that is keeping it. It's still cold, it's still like 15, 20 degrees, but it's not negative in here now. So it's a little bit more comfortable. It's not quite as loud and it's not quite as intense. But you are within the city limits, and there's people all over the place. You see a lot of people like Trevor. You see a lot of humans. You see a lot of humans with pointy ears. You see gnomes, short goblins with, normal like Caucasian skin. You see some goblins. You see tabaxis and dragonborn. Even some fearbolgs just kind of mingling around in the town. What do you guys want to do?
Should we go to the Frosty Tavern?
We definitely need to warm up.
Yes,
Yeah.
sounds like a plan. This one needs a moment to process what just happened.
Yes. And
You
where
do
we
hear
are-
Tyvar speak. One of the interesting benefits that you and I have as a companion is things that I knew in my life. I will start to remember. I do know how to speak human and elvish and gnomish, which means now you also speak those languages, and I have learned the languages that you speak as well. It's an
That was
interesting
convenient.
connection that we have.
That is interesting. Well, I mean, I'm sort of used to having unexpected languages. I know it's been sort of fun discovering over this year and a half I
Yes,
have of memories.
We do need to have a conversation about that at some point, but I will wait until you are ready. I have
yes.
questions.
Hey, don't we all have questions?
So many questions.
I have questions too. And she sort of looks at Eclipse. So why don't we get somewhere where we can sit and talk about them instead of freezing?
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
idea.
still
Yes,
quite
yes, please.
cold.
Which way?
Did he give us a direction? I think he did, right?
Yeah, he said it was straight down
You
and
did,
like
Yeah.
straight down. So you all went through. I know I posted all the city maps and they're completely blank. So feel free to do whatever you guys want to do to those.
Mhm.
So you are in Trevak. You have gone through the whatchamacallit, the north
The
gate
gate?
is the gate that you guys went through.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the town square is right in the middle. So you see that there are two main roads that go in there. So there is a gate in the north, and that's where you guys went. So the Frosty Tankard is kind of in the middle there.
All right.
So you do take some time. It takes 15 minutes or so to walk through the city. The city is live. There's hundreds and hundreds of people all over the place, walking from shop to shop, house to house. You do see like fire barrels all over where people are trying to stay warm. Everyone seems very friendly here, and you do take
Keelan
15
is
minutes or so
Freaking out a
to
little
get
bit.
to the Frosty Tankard. You do see a sign on the outside with two big tankards, and they're all kind of like this whitish color, and there's all this froth coming off. And the second you open the door, you're hit with just music and warmth. Tons. There are actually 3 fireplaces in the tavern, keeping the place very, very warm. What do you guys want to do?
I'd like to sit near a fireplace.
Sure. There's a nice rectangle table right by the fireplace.
Eclipse does the same.
Okay.
I'll go sit with them, but definitely I'm not taking my hood off or
Yeah,
anything.
Eclipse his hood up as well.
I don't have a cloak, so
A few minutes go
Stop
by,
it.
and a very small goblin, hunched over a little bit, skinny, very long ears, very long nose, has an interesting little like beret on for whatever reason. Hello, you seem new here. I'm Cedric.
Hi.
I will take your order. Hi.
What
I will
language
take
is
your
he
order.
speaking?
He's speaking. What would he speak?
What, you said he was a goblin? Or did you say
He was a goblin. He'd probably be speaking orc.
Alright.
Well, my scaly friend here, he wants some ale, probably some meats, right, Carrick?
Can do that.
You got it, kid.
I'd love some tea, some hot tea if you had it.
You feel a tug on your shirt.
2 teas?
All right, tea
I'm
drinker. I like it. All right.
I'm very tall, so the tea just goes right through.
Maybe a hot touch.
And just some random foods, I think. Just lots of food. I think we're all very hungry.
All right. I'll bring a couple platters of meats and cheeses, some veggies and fruits, some ale and tea, and some other things for around. Good. Call it 7 silver. I'll be back. And he
All right.
takes off, and Nafko says, "Fuck this, I'm
He
leaving."
will take care of it. Keelan will pay for everything.
Had to make a rest stop. You know, we've been in this cold. You know, it was a long journey.
She found out that Tyvar cast Blink, and there they go.
Yep.
So, you know, like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes go by. He comes out. Very interesting sight to see. He has 2 platters, and he has like tankards like on his forearms, and he's like balancing them out, and kind
Been
of
there.
and he kind of throws them onto the table. Not spilling much either. And the ale is very cold, very chilled. Tastes good. Yep.
Cedric, excuse me. Can I ask
Yeah,
you
yes.
something? I'm talking
Sure.
to him in Goblin.
Okay. He responds in Goblin.
I'm gonna kind of like lean in and whisper to him. Are you safe here?
I mean, safe from who?
These creatures that look a little different. They're not mean to you?
And he's kind of looking around, and he's trying to put
Like
together
that one.
what you're talking.
Like that
Okay.
one. And I'm gonna point one out.
Well, that one looks like you, so I'm confused.
Okay. Yeah. Well, good then.
I mean,
that's good.
that one specifically, he's a dickhead. But no, I mean, most of them are they're okay.
Nobody wearing white and going around burning villages or anything.
Where are you guys from?
This food looks lovely. Where did you prepare this yourself?
I did, and you're avoiding the question. I like that.
Actually,
In Goblin.
have you?
In Goblin.
Yes.
Well, I speak Goblin.
Yes, Nafiko speaks Goblin, which is good.
I do.
Yeah.
And she's sort of watching this exchange curiously. Have there been? Well, I'll tell you what. We're from Hylac, and we somehow got here today. From the south of Hylac.
Where's Hylac?
You don't know where Hylac is? It's the southern continent.
Oh, another No, I've born and raised here, the Frigid Expanse. I've never been anywhere else.
This is all still in Goblin, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It is. Sorry.
Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, just hear like gobble gobble gobble, gobble, whatever goblin is. That's fine.
Hey, it's a beautiful language.
Beautiful.
Is it though?
Oh yeah, maybe.
It's all subjective. What is beauty?
Is Klingon a beautiful language?
I mean,
Very
my
cool.
skunk's name is Dulkar, so you know.
It's fair.
I love it. Oh my god. Okay.
So,
Okay.
Have there been other people who sort of showed up out of nowhere? Maybe who looked like her? And I point to Kiwin.
Yes. Have you seen any other fearbolgs?
I mean, we see fearbolgs somewhat often. They're not.
But new ones. Have you
n-
seen anybody you don't recognize?
And he points to all you. I haven't seen any of you. I know most of the people in the towns around here. I've never seen you before.
Yeah, we just got here.
Did you know?
Yeah. I mean, we're clearly not dressed for this climate, so.
Okay.
I'm just like got my 2 cups of tea. I'm just like waiting for him to walk away.
This
I guess we can speak common now, just to not be
Sure.
rude to the rest of the table.
this one would love an ale if that is a possibility.
Here you go. Of course. Here you go. Here we go. And he did
Thank
bring
you.
out. He brought
Oh,
5
wow.
ales and 2 teas. So there's extra ale. If someone else wants it. Keelan, as you're like holding the 2 teas, like waiting for him to leave. You know, you just see one of them go. And it's gone.
That's fantastic.
And then you hear a little.
So cute.
Oh man, he was just like, okay, nice.
But he does leave, and you know, the tavern is full. It is, like we said, it was like, you know, mid-afternoon maybe, so you know, shops and things aren't closing just yet. And this is an inn tavern. Music playing. Everyone seems jovial and excited.
Well, we should
Cedric-
get a room, or
Yeah.
I mean, rooms.
Yes. I hope they have enough room for all of us. There's quite a few people here.
Indeed.
I've never seen this many people in my entire life.
There is quite a bit. This is a very big tavern. So when you kind of look around now that things are kind of calming down, it's maybe 300 feet long and maybe like 400 feet wide. There is a really big bar kind of centered on one side of the wall. Like I said, there are 3 fireplaces in the room. When you look up, you see multiple floors, like 4 floors, and there's balconies, and looks like there are rooms and things above there. And there's hundreds of people in this tavern right now.
Great. So they all know where they're at,
Mm-hmm.
and we have no idea where we're at, except Frigid Plains.
Seems our circumstances are unusual.
Maybe the white cloaks aren't all the way up here. But
why
then
was
again,
the thing that took us there, and there was magic that was clearly trying to get us to go through. So, to what end?
and why
Yes.
us?
This doesn't
Why
feel like
here?
it's even in our realm anymore.
Eclipse almost upchucks upon hearing that.
I mean, there's nice humans. That's got to be a tip-off.
I
Yeah.
don't think anyone
What
could
it-
be nice.
Could this be an illusion? She starts like poking like furniture and like trying testing the reality.
Eclipse starts scratching the table.
I'm afraid that this does not feel like an illusion. I have never been to Travak, but I am aware of its presence. It is on the northwestern side of the Crystal Tundra. The school that I attended was right at the base of the Crystal Tundra in Bukri. We cannot get there from here. The travel would be deadly, but
Is that school still? Is it still there?
I have not been there in thousands of years. I am not aware.
Oh, why did you leave? Why would you leave such a wonderful place? I'm sure any kind of school that teaches magic is beautiful.
Well, Eldon, he left, and he left to do his missions, which is protecting people with magical characteristics from people like the White Cloaks.
Oh, what a noble pursuit! I wish I could have met him.
Since the prey seems to know of this strange land, do they know how we can return?
That is out of my reach. Perhaps a magic user or a shop of some sort might have more information, but I am not local from here, and I am not your prey.
This is true, Eclipse. He's not your prey.
Feisty.
Eclipse, you just need to eat and you'll be okay. I like push some meat towards him.
Ooh, you should try one of these peppers. They're really delicious.
Eclipse
Makoto
is
takes
actually.
one of the pep-
Say, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No.
This entire conversation, Eclipse has been barely sipping his ale and has not taken a single bite of food.
You do see that the food in front of Eclipse does disappear, though.
You weren't gonna eat it.
Who ate the food?
The mystery.
Waste
Wonder.
not, want not.
I mean, obviously it's
Yes.
the Yeti.
But yeah, you sit there for a while. You eat your food. You drink your drink. You see people leave and come. It's getting a little later in the afternoon. We'll say like 4, maybe. No
Wait,
bar
I thought we got
fights.
here and it was
Nothing.
night.
No, it was late
What?
afternoon when you got here.
Oh, I thought it was dark.
Yes,
It is dark, but it's still late afternoon.
Oh, it's one of those places.
Well,
It is
with
super north.
all the cloud cover and the snow,
Oh.
it definitely clouds out the sun. It's not pitch black, but it's definitely dark,
Okay.
darker. But no bar fights. People seem to be very respectful. People are cleaning up after themselves and busting their own tables. Like this is
this place is
a respectable
weird.
joint. Yep.
Well, should we get some warm stuff now and then get rooms first?
It's already
I-
late. Perhaps this is his job to do in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know how late town shops stay open. I mean, maybe we should start making inquiries for people with. I mean, this place is huge. There must be somebody who can cast magic to send us back, right?
Yeah. Maybe Cedric would know.
That or an outfitter to at least get something to wear.
Yes. Cedric?
Yes.
Hi. Is there any shops that would be open that maybe sell magical items or clothing or
You all are
Anything like
very
that?
weird. Yes, of course we have magic shops, we have arcane shops, we have bookstores, we have potion shops, general stores, leather shops, temples.
Do you have magic, like magic that helps you travel long distances out of the city?
I mean, if you're looking for magic things, go to there's an arcane item store called the Second Wand.
oh.
How about magic
Yeah.
travelers?
That's over my pay grade. I have no idea. I know how to make food and ale. That's it.
And this is quite delicious.
And
Thank you.
tea. It's very good. Look,
And
I
tea.
already finished the cup.
And you said the leather goods.
Mm-hmm.
Do-
There's
do
a
you-
leather goods shop called Sew and Tell.
I love that name so much.
I need to bring back the Gnome Depot. Though.
I was
That's
just
so
gonna
much
say, like, where is the Gnome Depot?
it's in
So-
Edak. That's where it is.
Is it still
Do you-
there after everything?
It is.
Good to know.
Do you perchance have a map of the city? I know that's asking a lot, but we're new.
I might have an old one. Yeah, I can dig it up. Sure. And he
Thank
runs
you.
over to his behind the counter, and you hear glass shatter, and he kind of cusses and he scoots it over and blows dust off of it and comes back. And it's a very tattered map, but it is not stuff isn't labeled. It's just like a map of like locations. So it does show the 3 gates. So there are 3 gates. There's a north gate, an east gate, and then a southwest gate. But other than that, there's nothing else that's labeled on it.
Is anybody looking at us funny or paying attention to us at all?
Nope.
That's good.
Luck and inspo to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, don't worry about it. On the house. Are you all staying? You gonna stay here?
Should we
yes,
get
if you have-
room now? Just so we have
Just how much is it?
You want 5 rooms? You want 3? What do you want?
I would like a room for myself, please.
Okay, that's 1. 5 rooms, got it.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
guess
easy
we'll
enough.
just all have one room. Are there
we'll call it-
No, that's okay. Never mind.
How many nights or weeks are you staying?
I mean,
It's
hopefully, just. Well, let's start with 1, and then we'll go from there tomorrow. That's
1
all
week.
right.
We hope to not be here long.
Okay. Well, the
It's
price
lovely.
for a month is discounted greatly. It's 1 gold per room for a month. It's 2 silver per day. That's up to you.
I'll take it for a month.
Wow,
I
you're
mean,
very pessimistic on our chances of getting out of here. I wonder why that.
This one has no intention of remaining here for a month.
Yeah, but at that price,
I mean, what's what? I think I'll pay for one night tonight, and then probably tomorrow I'll have a better idea of
Yes.
how long we're
Enough,
going
that's
to
fine.
be staying here.
And he
Yeah, I guess
walks
so,
back
yeah.
and he comes back with some keys. They're very like interesting, intricate keys. Like each has like a different I don't know what you call it, like a different
How
gemstone
better.
in it.
Keyring.
So Carrick, you get the it's like a bluish gem. Kairiel, you get like a purple one. Kiwen, you get like a yellow one. So each of you get like different. Like there's a little gem in like the handle of each ring, or each key ring. And they are on the 4th floor, is what he said.
Okay.
great. It's like Garanimals. You can just mix and match.
Cedric,
Yes.
if anyone asks anything about us or our group, please don't tell them where we're from. And I'm going to give him 3 gold.
Who are you?
Exactly.
He grabs the gold and he cleans off the table and goes and
Doesn't
takes some more
make
people's
sense.
orders.
It's probably a wise choice.
These people are making me very nervous.
Well, they've not been anything but nice to us.
For now, you didn't see the city's burning.
This one agrees. A friendly face can often be deceptive.
Yeah, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
Perhaps so,
Exactly.
but caution also keeps us alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this cat's been burned on the stove a few times.
So it was 1 silver for the night and then the 3 gold, right? Okay.
Two silver per night,
Oh, 2 silver per night? Okay, I'll subtract that.
and then 1 gold for the month.
Okay.
It was just easier.
I have a feeling out of character you'll be right, but Nafiko isn't giving up
Oh,
hope
yeah,
that we can
no.
find someone to teleport her.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
What do
Cliff
you
has no
mean?
intention of staying.
The DM doesn't say there's a month-long
book.
discount unless if it's going to be pertinent information.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? We're not going to be in the snow until April. What are you talking about?
I've seen how
Um,
big that book is.
So,
With all my additional pages, it's probably twice as big.
Oh.
cool.
Well, should we
we-
see if any
should
of
we
the
go-
shops are open? Yeah.
Get some warm clothing. I want to make sure I'm like kicking myself for not taking any of those furs that I noticed multiple times.
Are we intending on staying here? I thought this one thought the plan was to escape as quick as possible.
Where are we
Well,
escaping to?
I'd rather have some warm clothes just in case I end up in such a situation again.
Yeah.
And
Fair
so I can walk
point.
around comfortable.
Maybe it could be a souvenir if we do manage to get out of here tomorrow.
This
Well,
is a
well-
valid point. I've never been anywhere else. I might want to take a look around.
I mean, I've certainly never been anywhere like here before.
This one's never been this far from Ilac before.
Have you left Hylac before?
No.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna finish my tea and get ready to venture back out into the.
It's already gone.
This is why the new mom needs all of the
Just wait till it gets bigger. Just wait till it gets bigger.
Yep.
We gotta get you a name so I can
Can't
tell
keep
you
food in the house.
not to drink my tea.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So cute.
Oh my gosh, I almost spat out my coffee.
Nice. So we're doing a shopping trip.
Oh, here.
Well, it sounds like we need some warmer attire if we're going to be surviving this place for longer than a few hours.
So, show and tell sounds like the place to go.
Mm.
I think we should go there first, definitely.
I mean,
We can see
anyway,
if it's open.
help us wander around in the cold. I guess we could ask if Cedric thinks they'll still be open before we walk out in the cold, just in case we don't want to come back empty-handed.
Yeah, I mean, he probably would have answered that question when you asked it prior about different places. I mean, businesses are still open for another couple hours. They probably don't close down until 7, 8 o'clock.
I'm not really great with maps. Who wants to take this map?
Who's got map sense?
Map skills, yeah.
I don't know if I have map skills. I have survival skills.
I think that's a meta question.
So you're
That's a
looking at the
medical-
map to see if you can find out where the place is?
It's
Gotta
not
get
labeled
there.
though, right?
Yeah, this isn't
Survival?
labeled at all. Yeah.
I'll take a look at
Okay.
the map, reminiscing about looking at a map with Knack. That's actually a good roll. 21.
21. By looking at other maps before, and you're kind of a quick study looking at this map, there is like a market square that's not too far from where you are now. There are like odds and ends shops, but like the main shops, like the ones he was naming, are in like the main meat of the town. So you could walk for another 5-10 minutes and then get to that main market area where most of the shops would be.
Perfect. I think we gotta go here. I tap on the map.
Okay.
Okay. So you take some time looking at the map and then going back out into the cold, and it is a jolt because it's pretty warm in that space. It's probably like 65, 70 in that room in the tavern. But you do go back out and there is that jolt of cold. But you do take some time to get to show and tell. And as you enter that space, you see an interesting montage of skins and furs. You see a lot of white furs. Some look to be like large yeti kind of creatures. Some look to be like cat creatures and other wolves and things, normal pelts. And you do see a mix of white and dark furs. And you see on the other side of the room, you see a lot of scales, things that you've never seen before, very large, these scale hides, I guess is the best way to put it. And there's a very large woman. She's probably the same height, if not a little taller than Carrick. She looks to be human. She has a bald head, and her skin tone is slightly blue. And she has like kind of a leather corset, and she has all these tools kind of like in little pockets all up and down the sides of her waist and down her leg. And she kind of looks at all of you.
How many arms does she have?
How many arms? 2. She is a Goliath female, is what she is.
Oh, okay.
Negan's mother.
Oh, look, we got some new folks in town. Well, what can I do you for?
Well, hi. My name's Kiwin, and I want to point to what I assume to be a yeti fur. I'm like, what type of fur is this?
Nice to meet you. My name is Dalen. That one right there is an adult Yeti male. The one next to it is a crag cat. We have some dire wolves and some other owlbear. Yeah, owlbear fur is over here. Was there something specific you were looking for?
No, can you tell me, do you hunt a lot of Yetis and why?
Well, Yetis in these parts are becoming more and more aggressive every day. They are a direct threat to our very livelihood. Any travelers traveling from here to other cities has been challenged for sure. But I do some hunting, but nowadays I just kind of stay where I am. People bring me the furs, trade me the furs. So if you find unique furs or scales or skins, by all means, bring them here. I will absolutely pay top dollar for that.
All right.
None of the wares happen to come from any of this one's kind, do they?
She gets a little uncomfortable. We do have tabaxi furs. What I was told was that they here in the Frigid Expanse we have to utilize everything. You kill a creature or a creature dies, we repurpose them,
that makes
recycle
sense.
them. You have to out here. It's
Do you steal skins of bones of other creatures that you would fight in combat?
I've never done that. I have come upon creatures that have died in the Expanse. They froze to death or attacked by a crag cat or a krek for that matter. I mean, there's all sorts of things out there that will kill you. We bring them back. We do a ritual of sorts. Then we kind of repurpose the meat and the skins to the general population. It's not just you. And she kind of points, and there is what looks to be like human leather, and potentially Goliath leather.
I'm gonna kind of lean over and kind of like grab
Sorry.
Eclipse a little bit and kind of like lean over and kind of whisper in his ear. Maybe we should go and see if there's another leather shop, if this is making you uncomfortable.
Yes, this one does not wish to do business
Not-
here.
Not listening to any of that. Phelan, I'm looking for something to keep me warm. I'd prefer not to have Yeti fur. I actually quite like them. I've never encountered a Yeti that's not been really nice to me.
You hear a...
I also would not like a tabaxi fur just because of my friend here.
Just because.
I completely understand.
The human leather
And again,
doesn't
I
have-
apologize if this makes you all uncomfortable. This is how we survive here. And by looking at you all freezing creatures, you are not from around here. So this is our
Most
customs,
certainly
and I
not.
apologize. But let me... dire wolf or owlbear fur would probably keep you the most warm and protected from the cold. And
I've
she kind of
actually-
points to... Yeah.
Wolves, I mean, I know what those are.
Oh,
Never heard of an owl bear, but
Owl bears, hope you don't meet one in the wild. They are a monstrosity created from a large bear and an owl. They're very aggressive. They're very territorial, and yes, just be sure you don't see one in the wild. And I do still hear myself in someone's audio. I don't know what that is though.
Do they look more feathery? or
So
fur-like?
most of the furs are it's like bear fur, but then at the top, kind of where that ruffle is around the shoulders or like around the head, is made of the feathers. So they do take from both parts of the owlbear.
Cool.
how much is that?
Which one? The owlbear one? The owlbear one is 2 gold, and the most of the other ones are about 1 gold. If you go for like the humanoid creatures, those are a little bit more expensive because they're more of like a novelty item.
They're probably not as warm.
But she does look at Eclipse. most of your kind around here. Why the fuck does my accent keep changing? She's had 17 accents already. I don't
It's
know
like
what's
your
going on
go-to.
right now.
It is his go-to. He
It is his
absolutely is
go-to.
go-to.
But it's just weird that it just kept changing every time I spoke. It was something different. Anyway, she does go to the back and she pulls out a white, what looks to be like a crag cat fur. Most of your kind wear something like this. They believe that it honors the creature and it is more in line with your kin. And it does have like a crag cat like hood. Like it is like the hood is made of like the head.
A cat wearing another cat.
I don't ask questions. That's what people like, so I give it to them.
Eclipse stares at it for a moment and then walks outside.
It's gonna be a cold kitty.
Warm.
We do have regular furs as well.
Regular?
You all. Yeah, like there's like they're just like regular like
Like
Game
deer?
of Thrones furs.
What,
Yeah,
what
like well,
would you recommend for me?
let me think. We'll do a direwolf, yeah. And
All right.
she goes and grabs a direwolf one, and like you see, like one of the shoulders is like the wolf head. It's a very nice fur. It's like it's almost like almost like a bathrobe. So there are like multiple layers to these. So it fits like pajamas almost, and then there's the fur thing on the outside. So it's like a double layer thing. So it's very warm. It's very warm.
Mafiko, do you think we should grab that for Eclipse?
1 gold or
No, I don't. I think we need to go somewhere else for Eclipse. I think maybe for me too. I'm gonna go
This
stand
is
with
the only
Eclipse.
fur shop in town. I apologize.
Really?
Any city you go to, they're gonna have the same products. I understand that you all are sensitive to this, apparently, but
It's not normal eating, desecrating the dead.
respecting the dead and honoring them for us to live is
Like taking
Same
apart their
thing.
corpses.
People.
same
These were
thing happens
people.
in my village.
Trust
They
me, you've
love-
never really met an owlbear you liked.
luck and inspo to Eclipse. Well, let me ask you this: do you all go out and hunt creatures? Yes. You go kill a
No.
deer. You kill.
Yes. You all get
A rabbit?
hungry from time to time.
Yeah.
There's a
No,
Wait,
difference
waste the
between
rest of the
animals and
body. You might as well use it.
people.
No, there's not, actually. There is no difference between an animal or a person. None at all. We all have a soul. We all have a purpose. We all have a family. We all have to survive. There is no difference between any creatures. We have equal respect for all creatures. Even the ones that are aggressive and trying to kill us, they are trying to survive.
At this point, Eclipse storms back in as he has been listening the whole time. There
That
is
may
a
be cool.
difference. Creatures don't hunt for sport.
We don't hunt for sport either. No one here hunts for sport. Not in this city, anyway. We hunt to survive. The expanse out there is dangerous. We cannot farm like most towns or villages in the south. We hunt. We have houses and warehouses with vegetables and fruits as much as we can grow, but with no sunlight. With this stupid curse, we can't do anything else. We have nothing else to do but protect ourselves from creatures that are just as desperate as we are.
What curse do you speak of?
Yes, what
God, you are
curse?
not from here, are you? There is a curse on this land. Kairiel does not like what we have done, and she has put this... I don't even know what you call it. A rhyme on the realm. It is a forever winter here.
Wait, so you used to have seasons?
Yes, we should be coming out of summer right now, but we have been in winter for 2 years.
Do we recognize that name?
Kairiel? I don't think so. You can do a history check if you want.
Kairiel.
Pyreal.
Sounds
P-Y...
Pyrealle.
hang on. Pyriel.
History. 25.
55. You've heard about this god. They refer to themselves as they or them. They are really non-binary. They feel that they're a god. It is something that is somewhat broadly known over the past several centuries in the Crystal Tundra. Kind of like a demigod or like a minor god of winter and snow and cold. But other than that, no. You know, it's been in some of the books, but there's not much information about them.
Okay. Eclipse, if there's nowhere else we can go unless there's like maybe a cloth shop or something, do you think you'd feel comfortable?
Eclipse, is it? Is there something? Is there a preferred fur that you would like? I can be as accommodating as possible.
What creature do you have that was not hunted?
Luck and inspo to Carrick. Well, again, most of my furs are not hunted. I take, I don't even know what you call it. Like the crag cats and the yetis and owl bears were slain while we were protecting our defenses. We don't have hunting parties here. We get attacked every day, which, point of order, be careful when you go outside the city. And the people, the creatures that you speak of, they have died either defending our city, died of sickness, died of other means. So nothing here in this city is hunted. If you go to the smaller villages, they have less resources, and they do have to have hunting parties. But again, having so many towns in such a small place with not a lot of resources, it limits how we can survive as a people. Another luck and inspo to Carrick, by the way.
Ooh.
We have elk, we have goat, we have some dire bear, we have sheep's wool, we have regular leathers. I mean, the furs themselves will keep you more warm. I mean, it is going to get cold.
I can't wait to see a cat in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, maybe the wool. Maybe it wasn't their skin. Maybe they sheared the sheep. That's not so bad.
We do that. We keep the sheep inside one of the warehouses so they are protected. Coincidentally, we have made wool cloaks for the sheep while they grow their fur back, which is
that is just so
adorable.
cute.
It's really
That's actually
silly,
a thing, I
understand.
think, actually, in real life, if I'm understanding correctly.
I believe I felt like I've read it somewhere.
I love that, and that's why
but
I think that's actually a thing.
That is a more humane thing that we do. To harvest the wool as much as possible. And she goes back and grabs it, and there is, it's mostly black, but like the hood is like a mix of black and white wool.
How much?
And she kind of looks at it, folds it into like a little bundle, and just hands it to you. This one is on the house.
Thank you. And he
Good luck.
begrudgingly steps back.
Is there any other things that we might need to make our existence here easier?
Like boots.
Yeah, shoes.
Gloves.
Yes, I have boots, gloves, headgear. We have face shields and scarves. We have snowshoes and crampons.
Ooh.
You're all staring at me. Crampons are things that you put on the bottom of your boots that have metal spikes on them so you don't slip on the ice. Snowshoes allow you to walk on top of the snow.
What's
Well-
ice?
What's that?
What's ice?
Where in the heavens are you all from?
South.
Do-
I'm assuming.
And you came here. Interesting decision.
It was not a
when
choice.
water gets really cold, it turns into a hard, very slick surface. That if you're not prepared, you fall on your ass.
Oh,
that-
yeah. From where I'm from, there's like a green like fungus that'll grow on tree roots sometimes, and it gets very slippery.
But I'm confused because outside they told me that the powder stuff falling from the sky was snow.
Yes.
But
It's
And
an
that's
interesting-
frozen water too, right?
It is, but it's frozen in not quite as much. So there's snow, which is a soft flake-like substance that does fall from the sky. There is sleet, which is a more where it's not quite as cold, where it is like the snow, but it's more wet, and it does come down rather hard. There's hail, which are like balls of ice that fall from the sky.
Oh, I can do
There-
something.
There are seasons where we're from. No one
yeah, but
has
it's
seen
probably
ice.
like raining.
Not
It's
in the
just-
swamp.
no.
Not
No
in the
snow in the
southern
swamp,
southern
right.
hemisphere. No,
I mean, I
only
guess
if they've
hail
been in
could
like
have
high
happened.
mountains. Yeah, you have to be in the high mountains to see any kind of
We've
snow.
probably
Which
seen
carrot you
snow-capped
have?
mountains.
And I have to, because the.
Wow. More and more we have to teach you.
This is
But,
very strange.
The snowshoes
I guess-
or the crampons, those are 2
Can I
gold
have-
pieces per.
Well, I don't think we need to get very invested in a lot of equipment because we need to leave. Preferably by magic.
Oh,
as soon as
that's
possible.
We just need to be able to survive.
true.
All right, well, maybe we'll come back if we need it.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
it's here.
Well, can I guess,
I
the
need to get
feathery
something too.
one? Yeah, the
Oh, yes,
feathery
of course.
one.
Yeah.
How much is that?
Was it the owlbear one? It's 2 gold.
I like the feathery one.
I'll just take an elk's
Okay.
skin.
And she hands you this white and black elk mixed fur. And point of order, they're not super bulky. They are made so there's no disadvantage if you fight or anything in these things. Like they are, like it's still like wearing a snowsuit, but it's not like wearing like a snowsuit where you're just like walking around like this.
I can't
you know?
put my arms down.
Yes. Keep your eye out with that thing.
Just like wrapping the scarf up over your face.
A
I
literal
love that
infinity
movie.
scarf.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess-
So,
Where else
Should
do
we
we
go-
need to go, guys? Magic
The-
things?
Yeah, the wand, the second wand.
yes, the second wand.
Mm-hmm.
So
Could
you
you
take some
point us-
time. Oh, go ahead.
Could you point us in the direction of the second wand?
Oh, of course.
I'm
It's,
sorry, what was your name?
What was my name?
Rylan.
I said it already. Thalen. Yeah.
Phelan. Yes.
I was on a different tab. I don't remember. Yes, her name is Thalen. She's it's right down the road there, about 3 stores down on your right.
Thank you.
Okay. So you head to the second wand. It's not too far down the way, and as you enter this space, you with all the furs on, you guys feel fantastic. It's still a little chilly on any of the extremities that are exposed to the weathers, but you're very cozy. So you do enter in this space, and the second you enter in the store, you hear the inklings of bubblings and all sorts of other things. The inside of this space is blacks and purples, and then some blues accents. You see all sorts of items kind of floating in space. Some are twisting, some are kind of floating around. And you see a very tall elven woman. She has long pointy ears, same complexion as some of the humans. Her hair is long and blonde. She's wearing a very long turquoise dress with gold trimmings. Oh, hello. Oh, no people here. What can I do for you? My name is Jalel. How can I help you?
This feels like home. Your
Oh,
shop is beautiful.
hello there. You do not look like a wizard. Why do you have a companion?
Me?
Both of you. She points to both of you.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
I can see
And I'm like
your
looking around
darling
at
little
everybody.
creature behind you.
I just
She
found
got-
him.
Just casually have seen visibility cast. That's a great question. I don't know. Maybe Tyvar can explain. I helped him escape from a dungeon, but
Interesting.
I don't know why we
Well,
were able
they
to bond.
already have the mark of the companion, so they are already linked to both of you,
Yes.
which is interesting. I've not seen them linked to a paladin and a cleric before. That is.
Are you reading our minds right now? Because that's
Who are you? This is very
Like I said,
odd.
my name is Jalel. I am our resident wizard. I have been here for a very long time.
What do you know about these companions? Because I don't know anything. I found him, and he's just so gosh darn cute. So I kept him. Well, and he was scared. So
Oh well,
He loves
hello,
tea.
little one. Yes, the young yetis do like to eat and drink. It takes a lot to keep them up and up. But
Okay.
companions, interesting. Well, a long time ago, some of my distant relatives attended a school that
I was looking
linked
for.
you to a companion. But yes, essentially, when you go to a wizard school, you get a companion. And then she kind of snaps her fingers, and you see this very beautiful purplish blue gem on her around her neck glow for a second, and poof, this very interesting purple and pink fairy dragon pops up and flies around and sits on a perch, and he also has a little black gem on its
What
head.
in the world was that? It just came out of your necklace.
That is
What
my
was that?
companion.
Okay.
That is what a companion should be. I see that you two do not have a Rosari crystal. That is
Where do I get one of these things? It does. And I looked at I'm like, do you have one of these necklaces that I'm supposed to be carrying you around in?
I mean, I do. If you would like to purchase one, they're about 10 gold per. And since you are already linked with your creature, it's a home away from home. They go there and they recharge, they rest, they do their own things. It's like a what is the best way to explain it? It's like a pocket house. They go in and they have rooms and they have things to do, things to read. Safe.
Like a
Tyvar, can you read?
Yes, I can actually.
Do you recognize that dragon?
No, I do not. I have never seen that dragon before.
Eclipse is very perplexed by everything that is going on right now and starts looking around the shop, pretending to not pay attention to the conversation, but still astutely listening in, and starts like poking things.
Please be careful with that.
Cats.
But the interesting thing is once a companion is linked with a partner, a master, they're linked until death. The fact that you both have companions means that their wizard master is no longer with us. That is weird. And your Yeti companion is a wee child, which means he also perished recently, and is
Well, your master
Yes,
didn't
going.
perish recently. You were trapped for decades, you said, Tyvar, right?
interesting. Yes, if a companion does not perish, they retain all of their memories. Unfortunately, if a companion does die, some of the memories are lost, depending on how quickly they are brought back.
It's okay, Typhar. I'll keep you safe.
That's very
Do you?
discerning. Well, I'd like to take one of those necklaces.
Of course.
Yeah,
And
that.
she reaches into a little box and brings out 2 of them and hands them both to you. It's the very same thing. It's a very, very tiny Rosari crystal. And those of you who know what Rosari crystals are, they are magical. It's like the essence of magic are is formed from these.
Cool.
And there is a... Actually, you know what? The 2 of you, since you guys are grabbing them, do a perception or investigation check for me.
Do I want a +0 or a -1? I'll go with the 18
I'm gonna use
perception.
luck.
18. Okay.
That's really bad. Okay. 19.
19. So you both notice as you take these necklaces and put them on, and the gem kind of glows for a second. And the gem itself is shaped in that same, diamond shape, much like a deck of cards diamond, right? With very generic diamond shape, and it is shaped in the same way. When you look at the gem, it is the bluish purple. But then there is this interesting, very similar color metal that kind of wraps around that gem, and then the necklace is also made out of that same metal. That looks very, very strong, but then it does flex a little bit. Is there
I've never
anything
seen
else that
anything
you would
like this.
like?
Yeah, well, actually,
Please stop doing that, please.
do you have access to teleportation magic? Because we are very, very far from home, and we would like to go back home.
I actually have a teleportation circle here as well.
Flips immediately stops pretending to pay attention and actually pays attention.
But with the curse, the rhyme that is going on, the forever winter, any travel magics are no longer working, leaving the Frigid Expanse.
But that doesn't. Oh, just leaving? Because we were teleported here today.
Oh, interesting. Another one.
Another
And
one?
then a book pops up and she starts writing down something.
Does it look like an Ukodor?
Yes.
There were others.
There have been cases of other people showing up but then vanishing very quickly. Up north in the lost it. In the cave of the Berserkers, where I believe you all have arrived as well.
Cave of the Berserkers. I mean, it seemed like a pretty normal cave. But wait, what's that book? Do you know somebody named Nyla by chance?
Nyla.
She's in RoU.
Or 2. Oh, I haven't seen any or 2 in a day.
That's
Just a
not that
day?
long.
I mean, that's not that long.
Like,
Jinx. The literal used to.
it's just a figure of speech. You all are adorable.
Hut.
No, I don't believe I know a Nyla.
Who sees the other end of that book? Or
This is just a book.
It's not linked with other magical shops?
Nope.
Oh, so this is just your shop. It's not a culmination of shops.
No, this is just my shop. You're very strange. Is there anything else I can get for you? Or answer other
but-
questions?
so that, well, okay. Do you have a way to get a message to people outside of the rhyme? Is it just teleportation magic that's keeping?
I haven't tried in a long time. I believe you can still speak to people out of the realm. Yes.
Do you have any potions that can keep you warm?
Yes, I believe I do. I have a few potions of warmth. Yes. There are 3 of them. They are 15 gold pieces each.
Oh, that's a steal.
there is a way to speak to those that aren't present?
Yes, there are certain magical spells where you can speak a message, and it would reach another person. It matters not whichever plane of existence they live on.
I don't suppose you have that conveniently stored in a magic item that we could buy?
I do not know. I apologize. That is something that you learn.
I've been working on that kind of spell, but I haven't quite mastered it yet.
I was
If you
actually
need any
gonna
assistance,
try it
please let me
tonight.
know.
Actually, could you, and I'm gonna like open my book and show her. I think I'm missing something here. I copied it down in a hurry. Does this look right to you?
And she looks it over. And then she kind of makes just 2 minor changes, like you didn't cross a T or dot an I, kind of thing. This should be good now.
Oh, thank you.
You are
Thank you
you're
so
very
much.
welcome. But any other questions you have?
Eclipse?
How would one accomplish this long distance message?
Well, you either get the right reagents or arcane focus. You utter the words, and you speak a message. Not a long message, a somewhat short message. And they do have the option to reply.
And you kind of have to know them somewhat.
Yes.
Or at least know what they look like, I think.
Mhm.
And they can reply.
Yes.
Well, there are some exceptions. There are certain areas that have blockages. There's magical spells that keep other magic out. Lead, if they are in a lead prison or a box or a house, you can't get through there.
A
But
lead
for the most part,
prison? That just seems terrible.
it is. It is.
Eclipse looks over to Kairiel. You said you're working on these magics?
Yes. Now that she helped me, I think I can probably do it. I just have to look over this maybe tonight. For a couple of hours. But I think I can do it now. Have you ever had somebody speak to you and you didn't know where it was coming from?
Well, and Eclipse kind of gives a glare over to Tyvar.
It's a good one.
Oh, it's a very nice. I've seen this item before. It's very nice.
Just points with his little paw.
Nothing like what we speak.
I think we should definitely get those potions, guys. That just in case.
All right.
Hey,
Any way to
I
stay
definitely
warm would
want
be
one.
good.
I definitely want to pick up one.
What is the
What's it do? Out of game, like what's it do? Potion of warmth?
I have it here somewhere. One sec.
It's like resistance to cold for 8 hours?
I guess I could have just looked it up.
you could have, but you didn't. I'll take one.
There are 3, 15 gold each.
Okay, I'm taking one. Just in case.
Take my money.
All right, Nisfer will take one as well.
How bad can the
Is it-
cold be?
I think it's available.
Is that actually an item we can add, or is that something that has to?
It should be. I'm trying to look it up now. So I was looking up in my sheet, but I don't actually see it as an item. I feel like it is, but you can just write it down and we'll figure
Yep.
that out.
Cold resistance.
I know I've seen it somewhere, so I don't remember if it's. Oh, it's a ring of warmth. That's what it was.
Hmm.
So it would have the same properties. So you can just make a custom item in your D&D Beyond.
Okay.
6 or 8 hours.
So I would say 8 hours. And you can't be harmed by anything for those 8 hours by anything that's like -50. So any extreme cold, like getting caught in an avalanche, for example.
Cold spells?
No, I don't think it would have any effect on cold spells. It's a good idea though.
Tried.
Yeah. Anything else?
But so if we don't have teleportation magic, how can people leave?
Well, you can try to make the trek through the frigid expanse, down through the crystal tundra. It would take you a few months. Most people don't survive that. And you could try to take one of the ships that leave the bay, an Icemare maybe, another city around here. But the last one left. When did it leave? It left last month, and it won't be back until spring.
So people can leave. Then.
Physically, yes, but
that's good.
the magical barrier here has kept us in a forever winter. But we're getting ready to go in the proper winter, which means the waters out here will freeze, and going south to Tydean or Ceros is out of the question until spring, when it starts to thaw out a little bit.
So we are stuck here for months.
There are worse places in the world. No, there's not. I'm sorry. This is the worst place in the world to be stuck in.
Well,
There are worse
depends on who
places.
you ask.
But I'm happy to answer any other questions that you have. Be as much help as possible. I do try to. It's nice to see a new face. Unfortunately, without all the smiles, but
You said you saw. We weren't the first new people you've seen recently. You said another one.
No, I've heard of people being here. You're the first faces I've seen in a really long time. The new faces, anyway. Yes.
Any
So
idea where we
you
could
have-
find the other new people?
Did
Some
you
of the
see
other
any
shops.
fear books?
I haven't seen anybody new except for you five here.
Oh,
I just we keep logs. People talk about it. Some of the other shop owners might have seen someone if it's fairly recent. You can always venture to some of the other stores. You can venture to the temple, or even the leader's house. She might have more information as well. But Travak is the capital of the area, of all the cities here. There are 9 other cities in the area, all around the bay below. There are some other cities that are almost as large as us, but we have most of the accommodations that others do not. We are not on the coastal. We are not the coastal town, so we are the safest and the warmest of all the other towns.
this leader, is she kind?
Very kind, yes. She is kind and just. We don't have a lot of crime here in Travak, but Gwendolyn is a very kind person.
Is she a human?
She's an elf, much like myself.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything more that we require here?
I don't think so.
I don't have a bottle of hopes and dreams. I apologize.
Well, you've been very, very helpful. Thank you. I would love to look around your shop some more sometime. There's so many amazing things in here.
Yes.
Well, if one thing I can tell you is Jalel Owens has all the magic items in the realm, and by all means, please stop by whenever you want.
Who did I have a baby with? Damn
Are
it.
you enthusiastic? Well,
Oh.
who says it's you?
Because it's my dragon!
But you. Tyvar doesn't know
really-
your dragon, though. Tyvar would have met your dragon, I feel like.
You have a pseudo dragon.
That's why I
This is a. You have a pseudo dragon.
A
This is
fairy
a
dragon.
You got a fairy
I thought
dragon?
Fairy dragon, yes, that's why I was like, that's my dragon!
Oh well. Well, so then technically this is a different fairy dragon if Tyvar doesn't know it, because Tyvar
Okay.
would know your dragon.
Okay.
That's
Still,
funny.
I love it.
I love the mini. Have you ever seen the mini? It's really pretty.
Yeah, that's why I wanted one so bad.
So,
Good luck. Stay warm.
Well, thank you. It was nice meeting you. Thanks for the
Anytime.
necklace things.
yeah. How do we use them?
Work.
You can choose whatever the trigger is. I snap my fingers. It's whatever you choose. Essentially, whatever that trigger is for your companion to go home.
All
And it's
right.
much safer for, especially your Yeti, to be in its home and not invisible. There are other people here that do see invisible creatures as well. You must be careful.
Okay.
I understand he is a companion, so he is not really a Yeti. At least the Yetis that we have storming the city all the time. They're very sensitive about that. But,
Have you tried talking to them?
and she
I mean,
waves.
sometimes you can just.
They are just as starving and trying to survive as we are. And they don't understand what's going on with the rhyme. But food is becoming more scarce. It's getting colder. Creatures are getting more desperate.
And
Yes,
maybe you
the
said
other
this.
one said the same.
Maybe you said this while I was in a reverie prayer to my god, suddenly just taken away. But how long has this been going on?
A few years now. Yes, this is going to be I believe, our third winter.
And no
Third?
one knows how to get rid of it?
Year of winter.
Well, each town, they have a council meeting with all the leaders. They have offerings several times a month to try to appease Kairiel, but they seem to not be appeased by anything. I don't trust it myself. Kairiel or the Artificer, for that matter.
The Artificer?
Is it a
Yes.
goblin? I'm just kidding.
No, he is not a goblin. I've actually never seen him, but he is up. He's up in the mountains. He has a tower there. He actually the necklaces that you wear are made out of rosarium. Rosarium is an organic metal that the ore has meshed with the rosari crystal, and he has made several constructs out of them. I don't trust him though. He is doing a lot of strange things, and yes, it is.
Interesting.
All right.
But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you are places to be, things to learn.
Right.
Be safe.
I look down at my Yeti, name coming soon. You want to go in this necklace? It's going to keep you safe, from what I hear.
Okay.
So she's going to snap her finger because that's the only thing she knows.
And you watch as he disappears, and you feel a real heavy warmth in your chest. But telepathically, you still have a connection with him. And you hear him go, ooh.
And I'm gonna be like, "Is it nice in there?"
You hear what sounds to be him jumping out of bed. I don't know. It's
Fantastic.
Taiwa, do you want to go inside, or do you want to hang out here?
It's up to you, really. But I can check it out. It's been a while since I've been in one. Might be nice.
Okay. Nafiko is also not feeling very creative, so she also snaps her fingers.
Very well. Very well. So, and poof, he just disappears. Same thing. You still feel and hear him, and he's like, "Oh, this is very lovely," and he settles into whatever he's doing, and you feel that same warmth. And as you all you send your companions away, and leave the shop to venture the late afternoon, evening, we're gonna take our break.
This one is
So-
not going to get used to all this magic stuff.
Sure you will.
So enter for our mid-show giveaway. Go ahead and enter the word "frost" in the mid-show in the Twitch chat to enter your chance to win the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden D&D Beyond book. We'll be giving that away when we return from our break in about 10 minutes. Good luck, y'all.
Yeah.
And welcome back. Congratulations, Jerry 24/7. Jerry 24/7, you have to say something in the chat if you are here. If you're not, we will have to pick somebody else. This is for the D&D Beyond book, digital book of, there he is, of Rime of the Frost Maiden. So go ahead and join our Discord. Shoot me a private message, and I will get you that code. Thank you for playing. Now we're settling back. You all have left the second wand. What do you guys want to do?
Should we go back then? I mean, I imagine it's probably been a couple hours at this point. Things might be closing up. I don't know.
Like what time of day is it now?
It's probably 6.
So it's not super late.
So, it's not super late. Some shops might still be open. Each shop's a little different, but it's kind of up to y'all.
I feel like
keep going, or you can.
What do you suppose they do for fun around here?
that tavern seems pretty, what's the expression, hoppin'?
Yes.
Well, I didn't see anyone hopping in it.
It's an expression. I'm not totally sure if I
Like a
used it
rabbit?
right. Yeah, I pictured frogs, but I don't know.
Well, there are these rabbits
Yeah.
in the swamp. They're real cute.
I knew a frog once.
There are frogs too, for sure, and toads. But
Yeah. Okay. Go on and have that conversation with that ale. Come on.
Yeah, do you suppose we should make our presence known with their leader?
This one was wondering the same. Would it be worthwhile to speak with them? Perhaps they may have some information on how we leave.
Yes.
Should we do that tonight, or do we want to wait?
And they did say that she's not a human. That's reassuring, I guess.
She said she was an elf, though?
Mm-hmm.
What do we know about elves as opposed to humans?
Kairiel and Nafako, you can do a history check if you want. Carrick and Eclipse as well.
My aunts have
Yeah, I can
seduced a
speak
few
Elvish.
elves in my day.
I rolled a 3, which is probably appropriate. So that's a -1, so 2.
19.
Yeah, Eclipse rolled a 5, which is equally appropriate.
Wow.
Carrick, what'd you get?
I got an 11.
Okay.
The highest.
I mean,
level?
Nafiko, you probably remember seeing it in a book, and you're like, "Oh, that's weird," and you just kept flipping. Kairiel, Carrick, you would know a little bit about elves, but your experiences with elves, dwarves, humans are very similar and one-sided. You just know them to be aggressive and not like, exotic races and things. And there's a lot of prejudice and old blood, old bad blood in the past. Kairiel,
They stay where they stay in their space.
yeah, and Kairiel, you do know from some of the other history books that there was a lot of strife with humans and dwarves and elves and other of the exotic races, and a lot of wars and battles fought with that. You know that the elves left the main continent and started their own civilization in a different part of the world. And they are some of the older living creatures in Ukodor, and you do know that they very much understand magic. They're very attuned with the land and like the shortcomings and good things about the world too.
Well, maybe we sleep on it.
It has been a long day.
Yes.
Yeah. Kind of nice not being around home, though.
I'm surprised you're so happy.
Yes, I don't think I've ever seen you this happy.
Well,
Are we in the
I
tower?
mean, it's
Where are
nice
we?
not knowing I don't have to look over my shoulder.
Are we
Why
in the
would
tower
you-
right now, or
I think so. I think that's what everybody said.
okay,
Or maybe you're heading towards the tavern. Maybe.
okay.
Were you running from someone?
Oh, well, our cat friend can answer that question.
He was real beat up when I met him, like almost
Eclipses.
dead.
Wow, I'm missing some.
Eclipse,
Go
you
ahead,
have something to do with
Tabaxi. Let him know.
This
Did
one
you-
had nothing to do with the fate of the Dragonborn.
No, I didn't say that. I just said you knew. You must be feeling pretty relieved as well.
For that part, yes.
Indeed. Well, more to go. Let's go. Come on.
Did you two know each other before all this?
It is a long story.
They were having a little tiff in the street the first day we met.
They were?
Yeah, I walked in on it.
Oh, I never heard about this.
Well, I don't know. I just assumed they were catching up.
¿Quiénes más macho?
Oh, yeah. Old friends.
The way
Is
you
one-
say
is
that.
one word for it.
Point of order too, because I know this was a gray area before. When your companions are in the gem, they cannot freely speak to you or listen in on conversations. The only way that you communicate with them is if you willingly communicate with them, just for point of order.
Okay.
So like he can't chime in on anything or eavesdrop or anything like that. Like you are free of your companion in that moment.
We can get some privacy.
Also,
if we
yes.
wish.
Also, since I did interrupt the RP, I do apologize. We did hit our 125 goal. Thank you, the noble nerd, for editing your pledge. Super awesome. So
Brandy?
we're gonna schedule out a Q&A
Exciting.
Patreon thing probably next week. And then I need to finish editing the other video, and then I'll post that too. But thank you so much, so much for your support.
Yes, awesome.
Thank you.
You are very noble, sir.
The noblest of
The
nerds.
noblest.
Now I have to let you multi-class into.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna stop. All right. But yeah, so you guys, you make it to the tavern. You're having this conversation. Are you going in to finish, or what do you guys want to do?
Keewan's gonna go in and she's gonna wave to Cedric, assuming he's still there, and then find a seat near a fireplace. If there is any. I'm sure it's getting busier.
Yeah, it's still about half full, maybe.
Okay.
People are starting to wind down.
Come on, Eclipse, you can buy me a drink.
Fair. This one. And his stomach grumbles a little bit since he did not eat anything earlier. This one could
Well, your
probably
food
go
was
for a
eaten
bite.
by. Your food was eaten, so.
Somebody did eat the food, yes.
Amazing.
So
We should talk Eclipse.
this one
we
wasn't
should
quite
talk
sure
Eclipse.
what's just happened, but it seems that our friend has gone to a different form.
Who cast banishment on Nafako?
Can you guys not see me?
She went from
We
life
can't.
to
You're
life
kind of a
to
robot.
Yeah, your robot-y. Robotic.
You can
Oops,
probably hit
it-
a quick
It seems like
refresh.
you caught up. You might have caught up now.
Yeah. Nope. No audio.
Hopefully.
Nope, no
Oh,
audio.
well,
Am I okay?
No.
I'm gonna just.
And wait.
hey, Kiwin. I'm
Yeah?
gonna open my book and show her. You know, I noticed that you are able to cast and do some of the same things I can do. You know that time that you were shooting flames from your hands?
Yeah.
Well, do you use a book like this? Like these spells that I have?
Oh, no. My mama, she's the shaman in my village, and she taught me how to properly pray to the gods, and with my affinity with the sun and the light, I took a liking to RoU and have centered my prayers around that, and just sort of happened upon some abilities.
So they just come to you.
Yeah, normally I prayed quite a bit.
Mhm.
Had some things going on back home, and praying to a rod was my solace, and then I was able to shoot some flames, and here I am.
I've always had to study really hard to learn these spells. I don't do much praying. I've never really taught anything like that.
Yeah.
Praying is wonderful.
It's nice to have something or someone to share your feelings and your thoughts and guide you.
Feel like you're part of something bigger, right?
Yeah.
This one used to feel that way.
You did?
Not anymore.
Went too long without hearing an answer.
Well, I don't always hear an answer. Sometimes I just feel really warm and comfortable, and maybe the sun shines a bit brighter, or
This one will spare the details why that is of little comfort.
Nafako reaches out a hand to Eclipse and like puts her hand over your hand for a second.
He tenses at first, but then softens slightly.
I can't understand all of what happened to you, but I guess we're far away from it now.
Yeah.
It's hard to understand when a god answers a prayer and when they don't.
Seems that, well, this one doesn't really know what to think of that.
Well, I cannot wait to look over this new spell. Maybe we can get some word out to somebody.
Yes, yeah.
I don't
If-
really have many.
Can I
it
order
is-
food?
Yes, please. Food would be...
I wanted to fill up my chest, so I'm gonna order a bunch of.
Sure. Okay. It brings it out. You call it like 4 silver worth of food.
Okay.
Eclipse grabs the nearest piece of meat and starts ravenously devouring it.
Take out my chest, just like load up the platter.
Sure.
I'm gonna
And
be
tea.
eating. And tea.
Almost
I'm gonna be
lost a
eating
hand.
any peppers that are on the table, if there's any peppers,
Kairiel's
and then
obsessed.
saving the seeds.
Saving
She's
She's
the
gonna
hating
cast
the
fire.
seeds.
She's gonna cast Dragon Breath at some point.
I'd be eating garlic too then. Just peppers, and then
There you go.
gathering the seeds
Okay.
and storing them.
So interesting point. I'm glad that you said that. As you eat the peppers, there are no seeds in them.
No. What kind of
So-
pepper is this? How
No,
did they
it's
grow them?
like so they when they serve them, they don't serve as a whole pepper. It's cut in half, and then the seeds does look like
Does it
they're
have
scooped out.
cheese and is it deep fried? That would be delicious.
Sure.
Poppers.
but the seeds in any of the fruits or vegetables or anything have been cut out. They're not served with seeds.
It's printed food.
Well, they're probably
Or seeds are like platinum here.
Yeah.
That's the
Damn it.
impression that you would get.
Okay.
And you might be able to ask or buy some if you want, but they're not like freely giving people to eat seeds.
Okay.
Is the idea.
So what are you drinking?
Me?
No, the Carrick. What is that?
Ale.
Yes, this
The
one
clever way
apparently.
of April asking what he's drinking.
This one apparently owed the Dragonborn a drink, so this one obliged.
So how did you two know each other?
Yes.
I'd be interested in this because this poor fella, he was
Please, Eclipse.
bleeding out.
Why are you saying it like that, Carrick?
Oh, why don't you share?
Let's just say that the Dragonborn and this one once had the same employer.
I don't know if that's completely accurate. I had an employer.
As did this one. This one worked for the same.
Worked? Is that the right term? Not
Indeed.
sure.
This one kept to the shadows quite frequently. His was one of this one's specialties, but fell out of favor.
And ended up... You finish the sentence. Starts with a C, ends with an H. Come on! Hey, you're not in it now. We're all happy.
Starts with a C and ends with an H.
Age.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I heard the
Age.
same.
I got
Yes, he was in a collage. Right.
In a collage. When
That's so much. You're like, starts with a C.
Oh no.
let's just
Ends in
say that,
age. It's a cage.
Okay.
let's just say that the former employer did not take too kindly to those who fell out of favor, and this one happened to be one of the ones they decided to imprison.
Yeah.
Oh,
Marching straight to your final day.
that
Well.
sounds terrible.
Not marching so much.
Is this who you were talking to Nyla about?
Eclipse very carefully looks around to make sure that there aren't any passerbys who might overhear.
No one's paying you guys any attention.
Awesome. We're not special enough.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy, buddy. Listen. I think we're safely away. Why do you think I'm so freaking happy?
They
More
called,
ale!
they called themselves Vrika.
Frika?
Vrigka?
Vrika.
Frika?
That's a tongue twister. Sorry.
Yes.
So, well, okay, it's obvious that neither of you two want to talk about it, even to me. So I can drop the subject if you would like me to.
Oh, sorry. Carrick's like started moving around the room. He's
Very,
talk to ladies, the whole bit. He's just like, yeah, I clap
Very-
mine right now.
very obvious you don't want to keep talking about this, so I'll just drink this ale and
Well, I've never seen him this happy before. Look, he's talking to people. Wow.
These, Vrika. Not the most favorable of sorts. Tended to be types of work that did not meet public eye often.
I don't really know what that means, but
I'm so glad you said it because I was trying to play it cool, but
Let's just say that this one's most preferred specialty was redistributing items.
well, so you find items and you sell them. That's just normal.
like a quartermaster.
Items that
A merchant?
they may not have wished to part with.
Like a pirate.
Mm,
We had many pirates come to port on our island.
What is a pirate? So you're stealing things and you're selling them to other people.
it was an honest profession.
Honest? I don't know if it's honest.
Black market
Someone
on
had
it.
to do it.
I like you. I think you're great. But that is. I think, you're better than that.
Oh my god.
Is very kind to say, but this one's prospects for employment were not great.
So what
Well-
happened?
Who's Carrick flirting with and talking to?
Yes.
Apparently
look at that
everyone.
scene.
I want to know what's
Let's just
happening.
not- yeah, let's.
RP
I'm sure
that
they're making these
Mr.
people up. But they're over
That's-
here.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what we're
yeah,
doing this whole
Carrick's
time,
having
making people
a
up.
great time. There are some orc and another dragonborn and humans and elves, and Carrick is telling stories, and other people are sharing other stories of all the crazy beasts that attack the city and all sorts of things. And there's
And he's
cheers and
going on
laughing.
about the crazy dumb beer bowl that he met. Doesn't know anything. That he has to protect for some reason.
He's
But-
just chatting with people. He's just getting to know folks.
He's talking to them and not to us. I feel so betrayed. I'm just kidding.
But
Easy to talk to strangers.
when this one was incarcerated, the Dragonborn set him free.
Oh, well, why do you guys
Oh.
hate each other then? He saved you.
This one does not take kindly to Vrika.
But it sounds like that person that Carrick also betrayed Vrigka, unless Vrigka ordered you to go free.
Ooh, we brought up the magic name. Ah, I love it.
Oh, welcome back, Carrick. I see you're having a mighty fine time.
We're just trying to
Indeed.
understand why you don't like each other. If you saved him,
Vrika has a way with people. This
What
one
is-
was still not sure whether or not might be still under their employment.
I don't mind the tabaxi so much. Yeah, he's all right.
so Eclipse, those orcs who were chasing you when we met, they were working for Vrigka.
Very likely.
Oh,
They
who
were
they
ri-
send? Was it Torbro? I know it was Torbro, wasn't it?
Did we get names?
I don't remember, actually. I'll have
It's
to
been
check my notes, but I
so
don't think
many,
so.
so many months. Out of character. In character.
Mhm.
3 days ago?
No, I mean, you got names of the other two people that tried
Right.
to rob you, but
Yes.
not spoiler,
Yes.
We'll be able to
Teasing
watch
that
it
episode that
soon,
we're
so
going to
you guys-
release.
right?
I mean, at this point, we're
I
just
can't
giving
wait.
breadcrumbs because it's
I
going
wanna
to be
watch.
public soon.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't watched them. I can't wait. I've been trying to.
It's
Not now.
I really love our first episode. There are a lot of
It was pretty intense.
it was man, those orcs were really mean and really weird.
And then the octopus. You know what's funny? I'm gonna scroll for just a second. When I first watched the Goonies, it was the TV version, and they cut out the octopus scene. When they fell in the water and their boat was there was actual octopus scene. It was really shitty production value, so they cut it out. But at the end, when Data was like, and then there was the octopus, I'm like, what is he talking about? But then I actually saw that there was an
Right.
octopus.
That's
So I
funny.
wasn't crazy. Sorry.
So
I don't even remember where we left off at this point.
Well, that guy was.
You were talking about the orcs that were following.
Yeah.
you.
Ah, right. Yes.
Trobro, my
Seems-
least favorite.
Really disrespectful.
Yeah, well, his cousin Persh sure knows how to put some damage on someone. Ah. That was the worst. Once they found me after letting you guys go, oh man. Oof. I don't think I'd ever taken a beating that hard. If it wasn't for, what's his name? Damn it, I just forgot it. But, Frigid, or what was his name?
Vrika?
No. The guy that
Or
picked me up.
Oh.
Griel.
Oriel?
Griel.
Griel.
Yeah,
If it wasn't
Griel.
for
Griel.
Griel,
No.
Yeah, Griel.
I don't think I would have made it.
Yeah.
He was real nice.
I was walking for days, weeks even, I think.
Eclipse has a look on his face like he really wants to apologize but can't quite find the words. And he really hates the fact that he feels inclined to apologize.
Oh.
This one is sorry that the Dragonborn had to suffer on their behalf.
Nah, wasn't your behalf, buddy. It was, well, I never should have made the decision, but I'd had it. I was tired of pushing people into pens, and beating people that didn't deserve it. The thieving stuff, who cares? But the hurting people was the part I really finally couldn't take another bit of. So, sometimes you gotta do what some people call the right thing.
This one
Well, what
actually,
are you gonna do?
this one actually knows what you mean, more than you know.
I'm glad you both did the right thing. So Eclipse, and she stares at you and doesn't know how to bring up the fact that we were both chasing the same person through the gate.
Perhaps we speak later.
Okay. Yes. Is it later?
Eclipse very uncomfortably drinks his ale.
So,
I
you know,
think
some time
technically it
passes.
is.
Yeah, so I think some time passes and you all find your rooms. Can everybody do an investigation check for me?
Oh my gosh, we're not gonna find our rooms. This place is so big.
13.
13.
Investigation, you say?
On the fourth floor.
That'll be a
Five.
19.
We're all drunk.
I got a
5,
16.
I'm
16,
gonna keep it.
16.
19.
19.
Eclipse?
I'll add an inspo.
19.
19.
10.
10. I'll give you a 10. So you all, except for Keywin, she eventually finds it just because you guys find it. All the rooms are conjoined like a hotel. So there are separate doors that you can open, and you open it thinking it's like a closet, and then you see like Keywin in there like trying to like get her room all tidy.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hilarious.
Um,
Okay. So who's like? Is it like it's in one line? Like what's the order?
The way that it is so like Keywin, your room is probably the biggest room, and the other 4 rooms are on the other side. So there's actually all 4 doors. It's like if like a family would come and they would
So
take out a big.
someone
Penthouse,
in the
essentially.
middle.
So it's like
Is
4
it-
rooms and
there
a
you go.
common room.
And are we arranged
Yeah.
approximately as our
Coincidentally, yes. I didn't even do that on purpose. That's hilarious. Yes, just like this. That's easy. I like it.
Awesome.
That's happy accidents. I love it.
There we go.
Okay.
So are you a hallway?
No, like her room is probably both sides. So like if each of your rooms was a square, she has a long rectangle room that does have a common area in it. So yeah, I would be like a common area.
Eclipse, once everyone starts settling in, goes to Nafuko's door and kind of shyly knocks on it.
Like cats
Nafuko
do.
opens the door. So it's later now.
Wow.
literally
Even when it comes to even in the art of speech, it seems that our friend is not versed in the arts of subtlety.
Look, I'm 1.5 years old. I can only do so much. I can only... There's only so much I've had time to learn. And a lot of people didn't want to talk to me, so
May
I really should be better at telling those sorts of things, honestly.
may we enter?
Of course.
And Eclipse will enter the room, and if Nafuko doesn't, he will close the door behind him.
She closes the door.
Mm-hmm. So, seems we may know someone in common.
So it seems. I mean, unfortunately, no is a strong word for my connection. But I do keep dreaming about her. I think it's a memory. I think. So she's your sister.
Back there was the first time this one had seen their face in... seems so long ago. 8 years? 10 years?
Can I ask how you were separated?
In this one's culture, there's a coming of age. It's 10 passings of seasons. We took a trip to an island where we earn who we are and who we will become. This one took that trip, went through the challenges, but in the end, when it came time to proclaim who we were, we had no answer. This one left the island, returned home. Were followed. Did not know where they came from. This one tried to fight back, but don't remember much after that.
So your family was captured by pirates?
When this one was losing consciousness, they heard a name. They heard the name RoU.
And that's why you were asking about Nyla, if Nyla knew about RoU.
This one hasn't seen any of their family since that day. No idea what had become of them. Accepted that perhaps they might be dead. But then light in the shadows appeared right before this one's eyes. It's clear as day. How was that possible?
It was clearly some sort of magic. I mean, it seemed like it showed us whoever was, well, I mean, it showed you light in the shadows. It showed Kiwin, her brother, and Kairiel, her friend. Carrick hasn't said if you saw anything, but it seems like it was an illusion. It seems None of us saw anybody else except we saw the same person. But it seems like it's showing us the person we most want to find, maybe? So something that can look into your memories and manipulate you? I can't claim to have a great understanding of magic, but
Eclipse stares somewhat deeply into Nafuko's eyes as if he's searching for something.
do you have a question for me? I can tell you anything I remember.
In this one's culture, dreams have significance. They aren't just something to throw away. You said you saw them in dreams.
I did. I feel like I need to be fully honest with you now. I know as we've traveled together, there have been a few times where I've noticed you noticing certain things people say, like Tyvar mentioning how deep he has to look to see good in me, or when I comment that people don't want to see me. I was found in a tower of a necromancer.
What is this?
It's a wizard who uses magic for evil, more or less, who can manipulate the dead and bodies of creatures. But this necromancer was different. Well, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but the first thing I remember is the necromancer staring at me. I didn't know who he was. He was this blue man. He had 4 arms. And he said,
That's why.
"You are my greatest creation. You have to live. But I can't let them take me alive." And there was this knocking on the door, like people were trying to break in, and then he just killed himself. Right in front of me. That's the first thing I remember. I was in the top of this tall tower. There were these cages all around with animals that weren't natural. They were like birds with scales, or and fins, and it's strange. And she sort of, she holds out her arms, things that aren't meant to be blended together. And then the Shepherds of Defiance broke through the door. And immediately, one of them rushed at me and hit me over the head. And I don't remember much after that. I was sort of in and out of consciousness. I overheard them debating what to do with me. There was a lot of argument about that I was, clearly evil. I was made from evil. I give off an aura of evil if you magic users who have a divine sense. But Urka, she's the orc woman who was the leader of the Cranes, the order that follows Nafa, and she believed that I should be given a chance, and so I did everything in my power to try and honor that. And that's who I was for the past year and a half, just mostly living in this temple, trying to learn everything I could and trying to do good. And I ran away. Well, yeah, I ran away. Sort of with Urka's blessing. I hope that if I took the vows, then that would maybe change something about me. And I think it has, actually. I looked at myself with my divine sense, and it didn't look like pure evil, at least to me. But when I met you, that's when I started having the dreams. And they were all in that tower.
Eclipse slowly approaches Nafako and kind of gauges her reaction to see if she accepts this, but gently puts a hand on her shoulder.
She does.
This one hasn't known Nafako very long, but there is this strange sense of familiarity. But one thing is for certain. This one has seen many, many evils in this world. None of them are like Nafako.
She hugs you.
He seems slightly taken aback at first at this sign of affection, but then slowly kind of awkwardly hugs you back.
I don't know what happened to your sister. But I think she was really important to me. I think we cared about each other a great deal.
If
How old would she be right now?
2 years younger than this one. So, about 16 passings. If she's still of this earth.
I don't know if she is. I mean, I was the only person they found alive. But I don't know that she's not. I mean, maybe both of us having that vision means something.
Maybe so. This is the first time in a long time that this one has felt hope that maybe one day they might be reunited with their family again. If there's any more of these dreams, would Nafiko share more?
I will.
Thank you.
Some of them might not be pleasant.
This one would rather know the truth.
Most of my dreams have just been sort of sharing space with her, but there was one dream where we were both strapped to tables. I don't know what was going to happen next, but she sort of holds up her arms again, and I don't know. It may not have been that long ago, though. She always looks like a child to me, but
They would have been a child at the time we were separated. This one was 10 at the time,
I mean,
and they would have been 8.
and I mean, if I've been around for, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how long I've been around. I don't know what happened before my memory was erased.
As was mentioned when we first met, this one had gotten used to traveling alone. But it seems that our fates are yet intertwined. Would
I'm glad-
Nafiko mind company for the journey?
I'm very happy to have you at my side, Eclipse.
It's getting late. Perhaps we should rest.
Yes. There's one last thing. I would just feel guilty keeping this a secret from you. It's possible that I could recover my memories by magic. They're pretty sure that memory magic can usually be erased by certain spells that cleanse people. And they've told me those spells so that I can avoid them, because they think if I get my memories back, it may activate something evil within me, because we don't know what I was before. And if I am remembering things, and I am terrified that it could change me, and if I don't know, if I tell me if I'm becoming stop me if I'm becoming a monster.
As was said before, this one knows monsters. Nafiko's nothing like them. But if it will set your mind at rest, this one will watch out for you, as you have watched out for us.
It would set my mind at rest to know that.
Will you be okay?
I think so. Will you?
It's a lot to process. But if there are any concerns, you know where we are.
You too.
And Eclipse will awkwardly walk out of the room.
Okay. And as you two are having that conversation, what is everyone else doing? Are you going through the ritual spells and things you were planning on doing? Or are you doing anything else?
I'm
Yeah, let Kairiel go.
Oh yeah, I'm just I'm staying up, looking over my book, studying particularly the new spell that I had her help me with. Kind of looking at it and thinking that I have it down. Just kind of like reaching back and just kind of like running my fingers over the scars on my back. Just trying to think, who do I want to contact? Should I tell my aunts where I'm at, or try to reach out to Samanji, or maybe somebody back from Silver Lake to see if anybody else got trapped here? No, and then I'm going to make up my mind, and I'm going to think about Samanji, and I'm going to send her a message.
Okay.
Did you want me to
What's your
read it?
message?
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. You can count 25. Okay. Are you okay? Where are you? Have you seen your uncle? The White Cloaks made it to Silver Lake. I'm so sorry this happened. I miss you. That was exactly 25.
Very efficient. A moment goes by. Another moment goes by. There's no response. Then you hear, Kairiel, is that you? I'm okay. Safe for now, but okay. I'm not sure what city I'm in, but... And then it cuts out.
Oh, I'll cast it again. Okay.
That wasn't even on purpose. I was like, oh shit, that's 25.
I'm so happy you're alive. I don't know where I am. Do the White Cloaks have you? I'm up north somewhere. Is Tutan with...
With, I think it gets the point across.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is with you a word? No.
No,
She says, this is a lot harder than it looks.
It really is. That's why I was like...
I'm safe, got free of the White Cloaks, somewhere north of Dulce with other survivors. Have not seen Tutan. I miss you. Is that 25? Yes.
I'm not going to be able to sleep. Okay. I'm just going to start concentrating on all the other spells that I have to try to find a way back to be able to help her.
Okay. Okay. Kiwi?
Yeah. Is there a fireplace in the room or just the common room?
There are small fireplaces in each of the rooms. Like
Okay.
kind of like a
Your room was the common room.
No, there's a common room and then it's her room. There are like room dividers or like doors and all the things. Yeah.
That's what I
It's
thought. Okay.
It sounds
like
like
a
house in Harry Potter or something. Like there's that little common room. There's all the bedroom stuff.
Yeah. That was kind of the idea.
It's because we're gonna be here for a month, y'all.
It's a wood burning stove. It's like a wood burning stove.
Okay,
Fire.
but yeah. I'm gonna bring out the little one out of my necklace.
Okay.
Well, hi there. Were you eating? There's food in there. That's nice.
I was eating the whole time. And he does look a little bit bigger than he was before.
Do I have to replenish food in there, or is it just an endless supply?
It's kind of like Dude's Magnificent Mansion, where you like fathom whatever the things are.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
real
yeah,
food,
yeah.
it's real water, but it's like a room. I have the item made somewhere. I have to find it. But yeah, it's like a studio apartment. Magnificent
Sweet.
studio apartment.
Sweet. Like, well, I've been thinking of a name, and my great papa, his name was Elsgon, so I thought maybe I could give you that name because he was pretty cool.
Elsgon? Elsgon?
If you like it.
it.
I mean, I guess we.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bring the name.
Nice.
Elsgon.
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 Perfect. Awesome. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna just get ready for bed, and I usually just kind of talk out loud to my brother, so I'll probably do that. If you want to go back in the necklace, you can. Or you can sleep out here. I do have a chest full of food.
He
And I open
his
it.
eyes perk up. He takes the chest of food and he jumps on like the foot of your bed and then sits and then starts eating
Perfect.
some food.
That's gonna
So
quickly turn into a
Keelan-
one-day supply.
Yeah.
It's already gone.
Gosh. Kewen's going to sit on the bed and look at the hearth.
Mhm.
And she's just going to start talking to her brother. She's going to cast sending,
Okay.
but she doesn't really understand what she's doing.
Yeah.
So, oh gosh, I feel like I always go over 25 words whenever I do this. So I'm gonna be like,
I wrote it down. The first one I had to
can't
write it
do
down.
that. I can't. I can't prep it. It's not Keywin style. I'll be like, hey brother, I'm in a really weird place with some pretty cool people. It's really cold, but I miss you, and I hope you're okay. That's all she's gonna send.
That was 24.
Oh, perfect.
Kewen. Where are you? It's really cold where I am.
What?
I've been in a room for a very long time. I don't know where I am. I hope you're safe. I love you.
She's just gonna start crying. I was gonna send a message to Knack, but now I suddenly don't care. I care about him, but not tomorrow. Sending again. Oh my gosh. I'm in a really cold place too. You're in a room. Did someone take you? Any more information? I love you.
I'm in some sort of prison. I've been here since I left the swamp. A group of figures in white took me from there. And I've been here since. Please don't look for me.
Oh no.
I actually think "Please Don't Look for You" is over the 25 word count. So,
So we're gonna go look for him.
I mean, even if he says that, she's like,
yeah.
dumb, I'm gonna look for you. She's like, Elsgon, we gotta talk to Kairiel. She's going to bang on Kairiel's door.
Okay?
I don't have any more sending either. Oh, I'm gonna put my book away. Who is it?
Kairiel, it's Keelan. I need to talk to you real quick.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I will unlock all the locks that I locked. What are you doing? fine.
Can I talk to you? Can I?
Oh, yeah. I come in.
Okay. And she's gonna go and sit right next to the fire. If you have a fire going, she's just gonna sit right next to it.
Probably.
Well, first of all, I named the Yeti Elsgon. So he has a name now. He's eating in the room. He eats a lot. But
Yeah.
I talked to my brother. I talked to him. I usually just talk to him before bed, but this time he responded. I think it's a spell, and he's somewhere cold, and he's in a prison, and
Oh no.
he says, I think he's been captured by the White Cloaks.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I was able to talk to Samanji too. And I thought she had been captured by them, but she got free, so maybe he'll be okay. Maybe he can get free too.
I don't know, he's in a prison, and it's all my
Cold.
fault. He wouldn't be captured if it wasn't for me.
Listen, if my friend can get free and she can survive, maybe he can too. And he said he was somewhere cold. I mean, who knows how far their reach was? Maybe he's somewhere here. Or close by, or my friend said that other people got free too, maybe. I don't know, maybe there's somebody out there that can help. Maybe there's somebody else that's freeing people and that are fighting these evil people.
I know he's always been my protector. I need to protect him now. It's not fair. You encountered them, so I had to tell you. I was gonna send a message to Knack, but I spent it all, I think. I can't do anymore.
I did too.
I hope he's okay. Hope he didn't get captured either.
I know. All those people, I think we warned them in time, hopefully. I don't...
Well, I like Knack, but he doesn't seem like he really has a good grip on the world. Maybe less than I do.
Yeah. And he wasn't very strong.
I mean, stronger than most, I think, just because of being a fearball, but...
Was he, though? Oh, no, I don't know.
Oh, sorry he couldn't pick up a full deer carcass that well.
I mean, you did like a champ.
Exactly.
I mean, I can carry
Exactly.
400 pounds without being encumbered, so it's just...
It's fair.
Well, do you... I'm not so sure I'm gonna get much sleep tonight. Do you just want to hang out with me?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get Elsgon.
Okay. Oh, maybe
You turn around and he's standing in the doorway like,
With the chest. Just eating from the chest. He eats a lot, Kairiel. I'll have to figure something out.
I'm gonna take out Honkers and let her hatch and grow to her full size. And Honkers, would you like to play with your new friend?
We haven't heard a honk in a while.
oh.
I think they want to play. This could be fun. Maybe this will help us feel a little
say
better.
his name again. Escon.
Elsgon.
Elsgon. I know you wrote it before. Oh.
It translates to like baby or darling in Icelandic.
Aww.
Love it. He's like
I'm tasting
eating out of the chest and looking at Honkers.
Elsgon,
Goes to the
honkers is
chest.
nice.
puts it over here.
He's like, don't take my food.
Or his eye. Honkers, he's nice. He's our friend.
Okay. It's a very interesting, awkward exchange as he's like going closer with his big old hands. Kind of like this. It turns into this. And then he
Kairiel, you
smiles
might
and starts
notice
petting
he's
it.
a little bit bigger. I think he's gonna grow real fast.
He's very cute.
I know. All right. Well,
And
Keelan's just gonna hang out with him.
as he's petting, can you both do a perception check?
Yeah. I'm gonna do luck. That was a good one. Okay, that's a little
Oh,
better.
yeah, same. Oh, reroll. Here you go.
I'll add inspo
Reroll.
too.
Yeah, because
11.
Oh my god, that was worse. Oh well. A 3.
A 3.
Mm.
What was yours, Keelan?
11.
11. You see Elskin, he's just petting, and when Kairiel like looks away, he goes,
No, Elscon. You can eat anything from the chest, but you cannot eat honkers.
I don't want to eat this goose.
On that note, at some point when Honkers hatched, Eclipse's ears perked up, even though he has no idea why.
Breakfast?
Oh, that's awesome.
Anybody else doing anything before long rest?
Just having dreams about roasted goose.
There you go.
There it
I
is.
imagine Kairiel and Keelan just like
Chatting all
slumber
night.
party on the bed, like chatting, and Keelan would eventually fall asleep because
Okay.
there's a fire.
So,
and she's warm.
You all get the effects of a long rest. You sleep throughout the night with no disturbances. It's a nice cozy sleep. You've had a few interesting encounters up until this point, and then you wake up somewhat refreshed. You see Elskin on the ground. The chest is open and empty, and there's crumbs kind of everywhere. Honkers is kind of like laying on him.
Oh,
I love it. I love it so much. I'm gonna.
But
spend
you
so
guys do
much
get the
money on
effects
food.
of the long rest. What would you like to do? The morning is yours.
Oh, no bad dreams for me. Nice.
I was actually just gonna say that once Eclipse gets up in the morning, he was probably gonna check on Nafago just to make sure that she was okay.
I would probably tell everyone else about speaking with my brother and how he was captured by the White Cloaks, and he's in the cold climate area, whether that's this cold climate or not. But I feel like it is.
That's even worse than the fate that this one imagined.
Oh,
but on a lighter
gosh.
note, my friend was able to escape. She got free of them. I don't know how. I wasn't able to talk to her much. This spell has its limits. I can only say I can't say very much, but she was able to tell me at least that she was able to get free.
Can you send this to anyone?
Only if I know them or I've seen them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would not be able to do it for someone another knows.
I think you'd have to be familiar with them. Seeing what they look like, I think, would be the best bet. I don't know if you could do it just off a description.
No, I mean,
Or-
if I were able to see in your mind.
What about a
somehow,
drawing?
or-
Like, if we saw a drawing, could we cast sending to them or try?
That's DM's ruling, and it has to be a good drawing.
It's so sad because I'm like not a real caster. I can't do minor illusion. I can't do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so your question is, if someone draws somebody, if you're that familiar with them, I mean, it is a really good. It has to be a good thing, and then there's this percentile dice is the way that I rule that. I mean, the proper magic way to do it is you scry, and then you can see them, and then you could send them something. There's other means too. I mean, you could always try. There's nothing that says you can't try, but I don't think any of you are really proficient in painting or
I
drawing.
am.
Oh, that's right, you are.
Yes.
That's true.
I have.
That is true.
I can't do scrying yet.
I mean, I do have a drawing good enough that Eclipse can recognize his sister, who he hasn't seen in 10 years.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So
I'm
that
happy
and
to
that drawing
try.
already exists.
Yeah.
Would it be
I'm
possible?
happy to try.
well, I mean, yeah. So this is what she looks like. Her fur is dark brown with these parts are lighter, sort of like a golden brown, sort of like light in the shadows of the trees. Sort of how I'd been thinking about it.
Okay. What should I say?
Oh. I don't even know what my name was that she would know. Should come from Eclipse.
This one imagines so long what talking to them would be like, and yet the words are not there.
Maybe your brother and your friend from the tower are worried about you and want to know where you are.
Dearest kin, your friends and family want to know if you're okay. Are you?
That's what you want me to... Oh, sorry.
Are you still with us? Are you? Can you hear us? Eclipse looks visibly uncomfortable.
That's what you want me to say, Eclipse?
Perhaps is Nafiko better with the words?
I mean, that's more or less what I want to say. I mean, really, we just want to know if she's alive.
So, what is it? Dearest kin, your friends and family want to know if you're okay. Can you hear us? Is that what you said? Yeah.
Yes.
But maybe say, where are you, instead of can you hear us? Just in case? Or maybe
Yes.
you should just say, can you hear us, in case she thinks it's a trick.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Ugh.
Where are you?
Yes.
All right. I will do my best. So I will cast Sending. Dearest kin, your friends and I'm thinking of the picture. Friends and family want to know if you are okay. Where are you?
Okay. Can everyone roll a perception or insight check or something like that? That's fine. A moment passes. Another moment passes.
25.
25. You You do not hear a response. You feel like you did everything right the same way that you did for your brother, but you do not hear a response.
What does that mean?
I'm sorry, Eclipse. I don't know if it made it to her.
Maybe she didn't recognize your voice.
What did everybody else get for the check?
16.
11.
12.
22.
22? Okay.
Maybe I was just a bad artist. Maybe, I mean, you said it was a...
Well, maybe, seeing the picture, I could try and, look like her a little bit better, and maybe, Kairiel can cast the spell too. Maybe she can try. Maybe I just didn't get a good enough look at.
Is this
Get a good
something
enough look?
you can do?
Well, yeah, I can change what I look like. Usually I just change into one of my family members to pull a little prank. You know, maybe turn it into my pod and make my brother do something, but but
Sorry, your description just came across familiar.
Nafako just sits down kind of heavily.
I mean, if it's all right, I can try and change, and you can tell me if it's accurate or not, and try and get a good representation of her, and then I think I think we might have a better chance at it.
Yeah, I don't mind trying.
Eclipse processes this for a moment. If they're willing.
Of course.
I'm happy to do it. I mean, I know speaking with my brother was incredible, and I'd love to connect you with your loved ones too. I mean, they might be taken by the White Cloaks as well.
Yes.
Can everyone do another perception check for me?
Nope.
It's a 2.
Actually, wait, I have a luck.
Oh, maybe I
Nope.
should do a luck too.
Nope.
I'll do inspo.
Luck and
just
an
to
inspo.
top it up.
18
Okay.
points.
A 12.
23.
23.
17.
17. Eclipse?
Nope.
So Kiwin, Kairiel, and Carrick, you all hear the clinking of metal as footsteps approach the door of the common room.
I think someone's coming.
Eclipse immediately snaps out of whatever was going on and draws his daggers.
Hello? Who is it?
Then you hear and you watch as the two doors fling open, and there's probably about a dozen militia in full armor and weapons, and you actually see Trevor, the gate guard there. Those are the new people. Those are the new people that came in last night. Sorry. And then he kind of steps aside, and the guards walk up to all of you. Miss Godfrey would like to see all of you right now for questioning.
Who's Miss Godfrey? I'm sorry.
Is that Gwendolyn Godfrey?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, okay. Are we in trouble?
There have been several murders last night, and you are the newest people in this space. You will come with us right now and remove your weapons.
Ask the innkeeper. We've been here the whole night. There's no reason to believe that we had anything to do with this.
Yes.
We were here since
is
6
full-
o'clock.
And do
That
me a
is
favor,
for
come
Mistress
back when my head's not
Godfrey.
splitting open.
That is for Mistress Godfrey to decide.
What?
You will come willingly, or we will take you by force.
We have nothing to hide.
Oh,
We
man,
can
I
come.
feel like shit, but I'll tell you what. It's going down
We
like this, is it?
No,
We were
Carrot.
gonna
Put
go
your
see her
weapon
this morning
down,
anyway.
Carrot.
What?
Eclipse, it's okay. We are
Put
law-abiding
the weapon
citizens.
down.
Not of this town, but
Are
we
you kidding me? We had nothing to do with this.
we didn't, and we can prove that.
We didn't do it, but
We
pulling
were
out
gonna
your
go see her
weapons
anyway.
doesn't make you seem very innocent. Maybe we can help.
I have, I could make everyone tell the truth right here, right now. But you probably wouldn't trust me to do that. If you have someone who can make people tell the truth, I am happy to tell the truth all day.
Please come with us.
Very.
And a couple of the militia come into the room. The weapons
So
are
we're
not
taking our
drawn on
weapons
you.
now, or
They are holding their weapons. They are
taking
asking
our
for your
weapons?
weapons now. Yes.
I reluctantly give up my mace that I've never
Okay.
used, but for reasons I reluctantly give it up.
Okay.
I'll hand over my mace.
Okay.
Will I be getting my mace back if we prove that we're innocent? Because we are.
That is up to Mistress Godfrey to decide. Let's go. And they start to usher you all down the hallway, closing the doors, and bringing you through the tavern. Some of the people in the tavern, it's not super busy yet, but they are all looking at you, and people are gossiping. And
Where's Elscon?
I didn't shoot any deputy.
you feel a tug.
Okay,
You
I'm
fe-
gonna snap my fingers.
Okay. Yeah, instant anything crazy happens, he's like, I'm invisible.
Yeah.
So they do usher you to the leader's house, and it is a very large building, and they usher you in. Inside of the space, there are probably a half a dozen guards as well. And as they issue you in, there are 3 bodies lying on the ground. Perception checks. And as you all enter the space, you see what presumably is Gwendolyn Godfrey. She is human. She is elf. She's about 6 feet tall, long, dark, curly hair. She has kind of like a bushy white blouse with like a red coat on, with lots of leather straps and weapons and daggers and things on her person. And as you all come in, thank you very much. Bring them in. Place their items right there and leave us. Go on. So they bring you in, and all the guards leave you, and you hear the big doors close, and it's just you 5 and her. Perception checks.
Yeah, I got a
18.
net 20, so 24.
15, 24,
21.
18.
I
20, 18. Okay. You see in the chest of all 3 of these victims, right in the heart, you see what looks to be maybe an 8-inch to 10-inch dagger made out of ice.
So it's melting.
It's not melting. It's some sort of magical ice dagger. So, my gods tell me that you all arrived here last night. Is that true?
It was more of the afternoon.
Yeah.
What of it?
It
Yesterday.
had nothing to do with killing these people, that's for sure.
Do we recognize
would
the
be the-
people?
You do not. I will be the judge of that.
Yeah,
We have
sure.
5 random wanderers who walk into my city. We haven't seen a new face in months. We haven't had a crime in almost a year. Is it coincidence that the night you arrive, I have 3 dead bodies, citizens of this town, dead here by some weird magical means?
We were brought here by
Explain yourselves.
my name's Kiwin. Sorry, my name's Kiwin. We randomly walked through a portal and ended up here. We've never been in this area ever. Wandered down the mountain, and this was the first place we came across. Walked in, we met Trevor at the gate. He was really nice to us. Pointed us in the right direction to the tavern, where we were all night last night after we bought these cloaks or furs.
And we were actually going to come see you first thing this morning, before they came knocking on our door.
Knocking.
So,
That's a nice way to put it.
Let me get this straight. You go through some magical portal and arrive at my city's doorstep.
Yeah.
What are you running from? Why did you show up here to kill these citizens?
But
We didn't kill anyone.
God.
We have
didn't
no
kill-
interest in being in this ice prison.
Eclipse. We didn't
Roll a
kill
persuasion
anyone.
check or deception if you're being deceitful.
I don't think any of us are being
No.
deceitful.
More like intimidation.
Who's rolling? Everybody?
Anybody who's saying anything.
That's
Great.
a
Nat 20!
Ooh, yeah.
nat 20, so
Plus
24.
27.
Synthetic 20.
We have.
Synthetic 20.
Synthetic.
We were brought here
Wait.
against our own will.
Still the 20.
We
No real.
So that perhaps it isn't a coincidence, but we are not the perpetrators.
Can you
We
all
were
please make a
lured
charisma
in-
saving throw?
A what saving throw?
If this is Zone of
Charisma.
Truth, I submit to it.
Do an Arcana check.
I don't have.
It's a 1.
15.
But I'm
Why,
15.
why
for
does
my
it say
saving throw.
negative everything?
so it's
for-
a 0. 0 Arcana check. I mean,
24.
that's a 0 Arcana check.
I have so much charisma. I mean, so
We
much.
Oh my gosh.
miss
So what was
were
everybody
talking
else's
about
check? I'm sorry.
24.
15 charisma
15.
saving throw.
Okay.
21.
21. So Eclipse and Kairiel, you do pass. Let me look at the spell again.
Okay.
Little flavors. So the two of you do pass. She does cast Zone of Truth. So as she does do that, you know that she's casting a spell, and the words she's about to follow. So you can either voluntarily fail, or you can keep your pass and keep. But she does know if you've succeeded or not. I just cast Zone of Truth. I will know if you are lying, and I know that two of you have resisted the spell's effects. It is your choice to continue to be deceitful or to be truthful in any way, shape, or form.
Ma'am, I'm not being deceitful. We were lured into this portal. We were trying to investigate some potential white cloaks terrorizing Hylac near Silver Lake, and we ended up in this portal. There was an illusion of my brother who I'm looking for running into the portal. I had no choice but to follow after him. And then I find myself in the snow. I've never even seen the snow before. I almost froze my butt right off.
You do see her smirk a little bit when you say that.
And
Point of order, Eclipse and Kairiel, did you choose to fail or you keep your roll?
I have
Eclipse
no
is keeping
reason-
his role.
Okay.
I have no reason to hide anything from you.
Okay. Just so she knows who's one person to keep an eye on.
Wait,
Obviously,
wait.
the sketchy black tabaxi is
we
on brand.
we saw lights from a town, and I mean, we would have died out there if we didn't come here. And I mean, honestly, we just went to the tavern to get warm, then we went and got some furs, and then we stopped at a magic shop, and that's about it. We went right back
So
to the tavern.
you see her demeanor change. She's still very tense, but her hands are no longer on the hilts of her blades. But she still looks super pissed and very intense. And she looks at you and says, "Tell me more about these white cloaks."
Have you heard about them?
Well, I know they took my brother. I know he's somewhere cold, and he's in a prison. I think my lovely friend here, Kairiel, knows a little bit more about them though, so she might be best to tell you about them.
Do they possess an emblem of a bronze dragon?
Yes.
Brass dragon. Brass dragon? Bronze dragon. Fuck. Brass dragon, I think.
Brass.
Bronze. Doesn't matter.
A dragon in bronze?
Gold.
I can't.
Some
I honestly
sort of a
can't even remember
metallic
which one it is.
dragon.
Yeah,
I
they
assumed
look
we
the
were
same.
doing. I think it's bronze because we were doing Olympic medals, right? Gold, silver, bronze for the siblings.
I think so. I think that I might have misspoke at some point, but yeah, that does make sense. Which one turns green? Which metal turns green?
Brass.
Copper.
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 But there's another
brass has some
You said brass.
green
I wrote it
tones, I
down.
think.
Yeah,
said-
so it is brass
Yeah,
because
brass
he
does
does
sound
have
right.
green in him. Yeah, because the metal does eventually does. Anyway,
Yeah, brass is like
Um,
copper, zinc, alloy.
Yep.
Google.
Google.
so
Okay, brass is
does
copperizing. Anyways.
does it have a brass dragon on the emblem?
Yes. Yes.
I believe it's fate. No, this is beyond fate that has brought you to my doorstep. Please, have a seat. Perhaps you can be used to me. The white cloaks, as you call them, are working with the Artificer.
Oh, we
They are
heard that
bringing him creatures that possess magical abilities.
Interesting.
And I don't know how,
Oh my god.
but I have a really strong gut reaction that the Artificer is working with Kairiel in this endless winter. I would love if the 5 of you could help me get to the bottom of this. This killer, this cold heart killer, and the Artificer. If you agree to this, the charges are dropped. And I will hire you on as an extension of myself, as the leader of all the free people in the Frigid Expanse. Do we have an accord?
What would happen if we didn't sign on?
There's only one way to find out.
Well, I'm not going to speak for my friends, but I'm ready to help any way I can.
I dislike the implication that she is holding that she would falsely try. You know what, Chills?
Yeah.
I dislike the implication that you would falsely imprison us if we refused.
Yeah.
I wouldn't falsely imprison you. You obviously did not kill these 3 creatures here. But it doesn't mean I trust you. Doesn't mean I trust you at all. You willingly came through a portal that the White Cloaks are using to transport creatures.
Not
That
willingly.
sounds a little fishy to
Not
me.
willingly. We were tricked.
Well, the interesting thing about that portal is you have to go through it willingly.
They
Well-
used illusions of our loved ones to lure us in.
We had no idea.
And how do you know that if you don't know about... Why do you know about the portal?
A few of us do know about the portal. And we know about the White Cloaks. We don't have enough manpower to guard the portal. It's not safe from them and all the other hazards of the area.
Perhaps it seems we're still following through on our... Interesting.
You don't have to take this
I mean,
proposal.
this is gonna be... I need to find my brother, and I feel like he's going to be sacrificed to this artificer.
I think helping is the right thing to do.
Maybe
I just want to know that I can trust you.
I don't know if this is how the spell works, but this is how I feel like it works. I think it's a mutual thing. I think you would know if she is...
That's,
Or you know what?
That's not normally how it works, but I have Zone of Truth. I could cast it on her.
Would you wish to cast it on her?
Yes, why not? Nafako pulling power moves. Cast Zone of Truth right back at you.
You watch her smile. Eclipse will do a charisma save.
I was just gonna say, does Eclipse have to make this save again?
Well,
Wait.
I think that if she's in the zone, well, she
Well,
could.
if I'm the caster,
yeah.
then you don't know if I chose
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
fail or to succeed.
That's true.
She chooses to fail, by the way, and she smiles when you cast it, and her head kind of tilts to the side.
game recognized game.
14?
14. Does that succeed, Nafako?
That does not succeed. We'll follow up on that later. Well,
Is it later yet?
The point of order is my citizens are on the edge of their seats. They want answers. They want blood. Blood for blood. It is our custom. So yes, I know that you did not do this. But we don't have proof. So if you choose to not help me find the killer, and then potentially help me with the other issues that we have here, I would have to hold you. Yes, I understand that is falsely accusing you, but we would have to do a trial, a proper trial. I could buy time while allowing you all the time to find this killer.
why are you
That is
asking?
my proposal.
Why are you asking us instead of your own people?
Not many people in this town or the other towns that I manage are capable of the abilities that you all possess. You all look like abled bodies. We are stretched as thin as we are, and I need every able militiaman to be at our doors, protecting us from the creatures outside and protecting us from the issues within. The challenges that we face every day is great. I cannot afford to lose 3 more civilians or any of my militia. And I have 9 other towns to look over, to extend a hand to. This is a shitty situation that I am bound to.
Eclipse.
But I can
Sorry.
appease them, though. I can claim that you are not the killers. That maybe you have a lead, which I understand you don't, on who the actual killer is, and have an allotted amount of time to figure that out.
Eclipse turns to Kiwen. How certain are you of your brother's fate?
That he's going to end up being taken to this artificer? Just makes sense. I mean, he's been taken by the White Cloaks.
Yeah.
He's in a cold place, in a prison. Just...
This one has, for the first time in a long time, renewed hope that they may be reunited with their kin. Be ashamed to waste that promise on someone else when they could get it too.
And as you all... Oh, so good.
If you're in, this one will be inclined to follow.
I appreciate that.
If it helps me get back to Samanji and my maybe this is the way. Maybe this is our best bet.
I tend to agree. I think this is our best way to both get intelligence to Nyla. You two can probably send messages to her on intel. And if this curse is connected to the Artificer and we help uncover things, maybe we'll be able to get home sooner than waiting for spring and taking a boat.
May bring solutions, may bring answers.
Carrick?
In for the penny, in for the pound.
Strange words from our strange friend, but I think we're agreeing to this.
I have one more question for you.
Yes.
Do you believe in the goddess of peace?
We don't have many beliefs in gods this far north. I'm aware of the gods of the southern continents, however. We are at the will of Kairiel here, unfortunately. The only god that matters right now.
Nafiko glances at Kiwin at this scandalous remark.
Yeah, Ewan's like,
So,
I'm ready to see the sun.
as you all are having this conversation with Lady Godfrey, contemplating the pros and cons with the different scenarios and situations, that's what we're going to call it for tonight. Episode 1 of The Rime of the Frost Maiden in the books. Thank you all so much for all of the support, the bits, the luck points, the inspos, the Patreon subscriptions, all that stuff. It's amazing. Thank you all so much. Make sure to join our Discord. And we do have just a couple more days of opening for registration for the thing.
Ukodor Khan.
Ukodor Khan. There we go. I don't think we have anything else this weekend unless my brain is fried. The next thing we have is on Monday. We have another quests and answers that I'm sure I will come up with something soon. Stop waiting for the last minute. The next episode of Wizards of Ukodor follows that. And don't forget to catch a very special edition of quests and answers on Tuesday, a second edition of this, where I will answer questions about Rime of the Frost Maiden, the Realms of Ukodor, either Season 1, Season 2. I'll be answering questions for a couple hours. I have 160 minis to open up, and I will be giving away a bunch of those. So that starts at 7 p.m. Pacific here at twitch.tv/Fable42. But let's continue this D&D party and go ahead and raid Obi Bob Kenobi 42. Perfect. They're playing D&D. Go ahead and spread the Fable 42 love. If you like what you see, give them a follow. Make sure you blow up their chat. They only had like 7 or 8 people in there, so we're going to give them some much love. Tell them about what we did. Tell them we're playing Rime of Frost Maiden. And we will see you guys next time.
No good, buddy.
Bye, everybody.